Saturday Night Virus begins now.
This is as disorganized as it comes.
And now, Uninformed with Bill Burr and Joe DeRosa. No reading, no research, just strong opinions.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, everybody.
Bill Burr, Joe DeRosa.
Do you have anything in your headphones?
Yes, I do.
But I had no music in mine.
Yeah, I can't hear the intro either, though, Joe. All I know is your voice is really fucking loud. It's the usual Uninformed thing. We're stuck. We're stuck here in this little closet. All right, here's the honest truth, man. We ordered a fucking pizza.
Oh, there it is.
Here's the music.
There's the fucking music over there.
Anyways, yeah, we ordered a pizza about an hour ago, and it just came here when we were both starving, so we were trying to eat 3 slices each within 90 seconds.
And we didn't want to eat it on the air because last time I got reprimanded for eating M&Ms on the air.
Oh, it's disgusting.
Which, by the way, a week after last episode, or it was on another radio show.
You're still smacking, by the way. You're still doing that.
The week after the last episode, I was on another radio show and they had a bowl of potato chips out on the table. And I started eating them on the air. And they took them away from me. And the guy's like, do you hear how it's crunching into the mic? And I go, well, what do you have them there for? Like,
you know what? That is a legitimate question. What kind of an amateur would have a big bowl of potato chips?
Yeah. So I was fucking eating the potato chips.
Ah, Joe, you're an animal. You really are. We should keep you in a zoo in between shows. But anybody who's just tuning in there, this is the Uninformed Show with Bill Burr and Joe DeRosa. And we're basically a couple of fellas. We know a little bit of shit.
That's right,
Bill. But we talk a lot of shit. And we want to say what's up to all the truckers out there. Hey, have you seen that thing on like the ice road truckers?
Yeah.
You know?
It's crazy.
Yeah. So I think the truckers that are listening to our show, they're kind of pussies, right? Because they're on land.
Yeah, because I was reading some statistics that something like 99% of regular truckers
on the road.
Wait,
truckers.
not 99. 90. It was 97% of on the road regular truckers. The guys that probably listen to the show and stuff. Never ever get into accidents, have it like really easy. You know what I mean? Like their routes and everything are really easy and everything.
I could drive a truck on land. That'd be no problem. But those guys, the ice road
the
truckers,
ice thing, like
those
that
guys
was
are the
like
balls, man.
That was like the other statistic was like something like 10% of the ice truckers actually are able to feasibly deliver their goods and stuff because it's so hard, you know.
Oh yeah,
it's like a real man's like job, you know.
Yeah. That like being a Navy SEAL, ice road trucker, and then on the other spectrum you have being in a Broadway musical and driving a truck on land.
Yeah, exactly. The ice road truckers are the like king crab guys, you know, the deadliest catch guys.
Absolutely.
And the regular truckers, it's like,
yeah, the truckers
when
in
you
this
take
country,
your nephew fishing at a pond, it's like that.
I think it's why a lot of them are overweight. They're like depressed.
Yeah, why don't you guys do something, man? Stop being.
This is what we figured we'd do. We'd attack the nucleus of our fan base. What's up to all the truckers out there? I know you're not out there on ice, but I know it's a tough job.
Here's my thing. This is actually, and all kidding aside, aren't you regular truckers annoyed at how fucking dangerous they make the ice road truckers look? It's annoying.
Exactly.
It's like, why all of a sudden have 87 TV shows come out of Alaska where they're like, if you work up here, man, you have no idea.
It's like doing stand-up on a frozen pond. It's like, yeah, I guess you could slip and fall, but they test the whole thing out.
Yeah, it's irritating. I got to go to Alaska Monday. I got to go up there to do.
What are they getting
club.
too? Are they getting like Eskimos?
I don't know. I'm freaked out. Like I feel like every person in the audience is gonna have like the empty crab basket.
We're getting some phone calls in. I'm gonna guess that these are some truckers who drive on land.
Let's go. Let's get right into it.
Let's start right off with people trashing us. What do we got here? Hey, what's up, man? You're on Uninformed. Hello. Oh Jesus, Joe, what's going on? Am I clicking on the wrong thing?
Jeez.
Where's Danny? What do I click on here? Hello. Hey, you're on Uninformed.
Hey, way to try to stir up some controversies, trashing truckers, you douche.
Let me ask you, we just wanted to hear, that's the only way you guys call in is if we make fun of you and call you half a fag for whatever you do. But I was wondering, what do you think about those ice road truckers? Are they a little more manlier than you?
Faggots. Yeah, right. They're a bunch of faggots.
Okay, well, you sound intimidated by him. What's the scariest surface you've driven your truck on, sir?
Ice.
But I mean, was there a
But
fucking
like real ice.
Was there an ocean underneath it?
No.
No, we're
No,
not.
there sure wasn't.
We're not talking about a light Christmas sprinkle.
Yeah, we're not talking
pussy.
about black ice as you drive through Chattanooga. Talking about being up in the Yukon territory like
Yeah.
a real man.
Like you fall through the ice, and then there's an octopus. Next thing you know, like that kind of ice.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Us truckers, we're just a bunch of pussies.
His name is Dale, and he's a trucker. You gotta love it.
Thank you, Dale.
All right, Dale. Thank you for calling. All right, these people are going to call in. We really going to piss off everybody coming in? Hello?
We said we were kidding.
All right. I just didn't like his voice. How do you click this off? Why do I have to relearn this every fucking time?
I asked myself that question. Bill Burr, back from L.A.
Bill Burr on the board. All right, fuck this, man. Let's do a professional radio show from here on out. Joseph, for the people who listened last month, I moved out to Los Angeles, so I can start a life in porn. And Joe's actually you're renting my apartment right now,
Dude.
because I owned a place back here, and you said you were going to do a bunch of horrific things sexually.
I did nothing horrific in the apartment.
What have you done the first 18 days living in my apartment?
I didn't do anything that bad, man. Honestly.
Well, could you make something up so this segment could be a little more interesting?
Well, I'm thinking.
I washed the floors.
I did have sex in the apartment, but it was with a girl that I've been dating. So that wasn't creepy or anything. It was very respectful.
Yeah, but Joe, your
Missionary
relationships last like three days. This is what Joe always does. You always sit there and be like, "No, I'm telling you, man, I really like this girl."
But I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it with this one.
Her shoes smell. Remember the girl with the smelly shoes?
She had smelly feet.
Yeah.
I dumped a girl because her feet fucking smelled. She had these shoes, and her feet smelled, and she wore the shoes constantly. It was disgusting. And I told her, I gave her the benefit of the doubt, and I said, look, I don't know if you know this or not, but those shoes smell. And she goes, yeah, people keep telling me that. And I go, well, you gotta, please don't wear them when you're with me, because it's like a turn-off, And I said it very respectfully. And
Joe,
she
I'm not
kept wearing
arguing
them.
whether or not a girl with smelly feet, but you were fucking walking around acting like you were going to date this girl.
I did date her. I dated her for like 2 months.
Yeah, but you were talking it up like, hey, I think I found the one.
I thought I did. I had a crush on that girl for a year.
So were you banging her with her shoes on for the first 3 weeks?
I was banging her with her shoes, Bill, putting them right in her cooch. That was stupid, sorry.
It really was, Joe. Just trying to get to the bottom of that.
No, I just...
So you haven't done anything creepy in my apartment? Good. So you're paying my mortgage? That's fantastic.
I am... Yeah, I'm renting your apartment and helping to pay for your mortgage, and it's the best move ever, dude. It's the best move I ever made, ever. Thank you for forcing me to do it. I didn't want to do it. I was hesitant about making the jump in rent, and Bill said, just do it, you're going to be fine. And lo and behold, dude, I moved. The gigs kept coming. Gigs kept getting better, and it's the greatest, dude.
And everything's working out. So that's not funny. So let's talk to a guy who says, I don't know how to drive a truck. Hello, you're on Uninformed.
Hey, what's up, Billy?
Hey, man, how are you?
Hey, all right, it's Gunslinger from FBA.
Okay.
I'm a driver, okay? I drive a flatbed. The only thing I got to worry about is falling off the top of my load trying to drop a tarp on it from like 14 feet up in the air. But the toughest drivers that I know are the guys that haul cattle, the bull haulers.
Uh-huh.
Them some bitches got it rough.
Why?
They got freight that fights back. Got freight that tries to kick them, tries to crush them.
They don't just drug them up?
No, them some bitches, when they take them down there to the meat markets and stuff, to the packing plants, they got to get them all. Sometimes they got to get in there with the cow prods inside there and prod them out. And
do you know what the secret is with that, though?
You have to beat up your load, is what you're saying.
Do you know what the secret is with that, though?
Yeah, they'll go in there kicking and swinging, trying to get these damn beeves off the trucks, man. Them some bitches are tough.
This is something a lot of people don't know, because I used to wonder that. I'd be like, how does one guy control that entire load of bull? Like, it's crazy. They all have these. They all have these. It's almost like, do you ever see Star Trek where Spock touches the guy's neck and he collapses? Bulls have like a spot like that behind their ear, where it's like a pressure point. If you just put your finger there, it makes the bull controllable. You know what I mean? Like it will go where you lead it as long as you apply pressure to this one spot. And that's why those guys are able to control like a whole truckload of cattle like that.
Is that true? Gunfighter?
I never heard anything about the damn the pressure point, but I know a little 2-foot cattle prod with a good battery pack and it works wonders.
Well, you got to have the cattle prod too, because if you can't get to the spot, you got to shock it.
I don't know. I think it's still more. It takes more balls to drive on the fucking ice, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Here's a. Hello, you're on Uninformed.
Joe DeRosa, you're as dumb as they come.
Oh, why is that?
Well, number one, you can't control a bull with a pressure point.
He's got the fucking website right in front of us, sir.
Yeah.
Well, don't believe everything you read.
We shouldn't listen to every caller either.
Yeah, I know. Maybe
Sir,
you're lying.
What sort of surface do you drive on before we give you all the credibility in the world?
Driving across Wyoming during the winter is a lot worse than driving on that ice road.
Have you ever driven on the ice?
No, but I have friends that do, and they'd rather drive on that than drive through Wyoming during the winter.
They actually said that to you?
Yes,
Nothing happens in Wyoming. They don't even have winter there, do they?
Dude, Wyoming, you could fall asleep and you just...
And what, crash into a field?
Yeah.
We got 8 months of winter.
Yeah, what do you hit out there?
What do you hit out there?
Yeah, what do you think? It's
Elk,
just...
deer, moose.
Oh.
Bruce
oh,
Willis's ranch?
No, it's not a ranch. It's
Sir,
wildlife.
can I tell you something?
What's that?
I drive in Wyoming.
Damn, Joe, do you need a bottle and a nap?
Yeah, Joe, you know what? You ended up sounding like more of a douche there.
Hey, I was trying to see it too. I'm just fucking around.
Can you still hear me?
Yeah, ice roads in Canada, and Bill Burr, I'm sorry, you couldn't drive a truck.
How do you know?
Not straight out. We couldn't put you in a truck. You wouldn't make it 10
Joe,
miles.
hey, you know what, Dan? I'll fucking drive a truck right at you, and I bet you'll turn away before I do. What do you think about that? With a load of cattle on fucking ice.
I'm not suicidal.
Well, there you go. That's why you don't drive on ice, all right? So have fun in your little fucking Candyland out there in Wyoming.
Thanks, Bill. You rock, man.
All right, thanks for listening. This is great. We pissed everybody off right off the bat.
That was easy.
Okay, here's a guy. This guy's saying he drive. Hey, Brian, what's up?
Hey, hello there. How we doing?
Hello, Brian.
Yeah, let's slow it down for him.
Start hanging up.
Yeah, all right. Well, anyway, I don't have a Class A. I have a Class B license. I was driving a dumpster.
Brian, you don't sound like you should be driving anything.
And, well, I'm not driving now, but I was just driving along, and the top came over and hit a bridge. And
Trying to get rid of this fake call. I just don't know how to do it. There we go. I got it. What do you click once you realize the guy is...
Let's hang up.
Oh, there's the hang-up.
I don't know if that was fake. I think that guy was just fucked up.
It wasn't. There was a guy yelling Frunkus in the background.
Oh, is that what that was?
Yeah.
What's Frunkus?
It's a new car put out by the Germans, VW.
Oh.
It's also like slang for prank calling your fucking radio
Did you know
show.
that Hitler started VW?
No, I didn't know that.
That's true. Allegedly. Hitler. Have you heard of him?
Yeah, I heard of him.
Oh, you're staring at me like you don't know who Hitler is.
Yeah, but I don't think he started. Look, until he drives on a fucking ice, I don't give a shit what he started. All right.
Those Nazis weren't tough. Have him march across some ice.
All right, dude. I think our whole show is fucking truckers. There's one that says "love the show," and I don't dare answer that one. You fucking suck.
Answer.
I think it's going to be that. You want to bet?
It's fucking phlegm. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Joe. What's with you?
I got a sinus infection. I'm sorry.
Hey, what's up, man? You're on Uninformed.
Hello?
Yes,
Yeah.
hello.
Oh, hey, Bill. You know, you guys, Uninformed's a good name for your show.
Thanks. You know, I'm here too, by the way.
Hey, shut up a minute.
I'm here too.
Hey, let the man take control. What's that?
Two guys who hail taxis for a fucking living is gonna tell us what it's like out here on the road.
I don't have taxis. I'm out there laying pipe in every city in this
Laying
country.
pipe.
When you were back in your short shorts there, sister.
You're a fucking moron. You're lucky you can afford Bill's apartment. Okay?
Don't take Bill's side.
Hey.
Don't take Bill's side.
Well, Danny,
Anyway.
what have we said that hasn't been 100% true? Believe it or not, we do
Well,
it.
the Wyoming thing, you guys are fucking with this guy from Wyoming. Let me tell you something. I drove through Wyoming. It fucking snows in July there, you fucking moron.
No, easy.
Well, then stop driving in Wyoming then.
Easy.
What do you want me
First
to tell
of all,
you?
wait a minute. Time out. It doesn't snow there in July. And it says
You know
here
what?
you're from
Okay,
Kentucky. You're from Kentucky.
Right. I was exaggerating a little bit.
Okay.
A little bit.
Well,
A
we
little bit?
only have
though.
facts on this show, sir. Let's not take it in another direction.
Okay, well, we're in late September. It can absolutely snow any time in Wyoming right now. And that's not bullshit.
All right.
And the winds up there are anywhere from 50 to 75 miles
Danny, let me
an
ask
hour,
you a question.
And they'll blow your ass right off the road. If there ain't no winds,
How come I never see it on the news then? I never see it on the news, and Discovery Channel's not doing a whole show about people in windy Wyoming.
In Wyoming.
The
sometimes
only wind in Wyoming is coming from the queef of your pussy. That's the.
That's great. My pussy smells better than yours, big boy.
All right, Danny. You got a lot of anger for Kentucky.
Yeah, well, that's what we do down here.
Dude,
anyway, you guys have a good night.
You too.
I think you're great. Joe DeRosa, fucking learn how to do comedy.
Yeah?
You can pay for that apartment.
Really?
Oh.
Why don't you give him a fucking rim job while you're at it, you fucking brown noser?
Joe, you just got pounded.
Why did I get pounded? You're saying as much wrong shit as I am.
You're screaming. You know what it is, Joe?
Bill, I think you're great. Congratulations. There's your fan base. Have fun with them.
Fuck you. You're going to be featuring. You're going to be opening for me when we go to Kentucky at some point to hype an Uninformed thing.
I can't wait till we're doing a show in Wyoming and a bottle flies out of the fucking crowd.
It's going to hit you. They like me out there. Well, why am I saying Wyoming? Maybe Kentucky.
Did these guys all miss the part where we said we were just kidding?
Huh?
Did they miss the part where we said we were just kidding? These guys get so riled up.
No.
Jesus Christ.
There's no kidding in Kentucky. Hello, you're on Uninformed.
Hi.
Hey.
Hey, how you doing?
Not bad. How are you doing today?
Oh, God, I'm doing great. Jesus,
I know I started off slow, but I'll pick up speed. You want a driving license, man? I'll take you out and teach you how to drive.
What are you going to teach me how to drive? A combine?
No,
Do we have anybody from a metropolitan, some sort of metropolis?
I don't live in a metropolitan. Shit, I grew up in northern Ontario.
That's worse than Wyoming.
This guy's like a beef farmer.
No, actually, Wyoming's worse than northern Ontario.
All right, I'll give you that.
We're not talking about which area is worse. We're talking about what do you drive? Can anybody out there give us something that's more ballsier than driving a fucking semi over a frozen lake?
Driving it through the Bronx with a load of computers in the back.
Oh, God. Hey now. All right there.
Driving it to the Bronx over there with all those...
guy with his Evening at the Improv DVDs. All right, here's a guy who's backing you up that Hitler did make the VWs.
He did. I didn't make that up.
Mike, what's going on, man?
Hey, how you guys doing?
Hey buddy.
Hey, I heard you talk a minute ago about this shit with Volkswagen and Hitler. That's actually a true story. Volkswagen means people's car, and Hitler commissioned, believe it or not, Porsche to build the first car, which was the Bug. That's no bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought...
Yeah, but he made it sound like he was down the factory, like Michael Keaton in that awful movie, Made in America or something.
These will have four-wheel drive.
These are good cars.
All right, well, I guess you're right then. See, we are right. We do our research. Thanks for backing up Joe.
This is good car.
Okay, good deal.
All right, man.
All right, thanks for calling. All right.
All right, okay.
All right, Joe. Who am I going here? To this guy right here? Keith, what's up? You're on Uninformed.
Yeah, hey, before I get to my other comment, I wanted to just finish off with what the last guy said. Yeah, Joe's absolutely right about Hitler. And at the start of World War
That's a weird
II,
sentence to hear somebody say.
he also converted the Volkswagen into the Kubelwagen and put it to work in the war, and it became one of the best vehicles the Germans had. But
yeah, and they still lost, didn't they?
Oh, they were something else. But, yeah, as far as road surfaces go, I've crossed the Rocky Mountains on I-70 with a foot of hard-packed snow in a driving snowstorm. Those guys up on that...
It sounds like a country song.
On the ice roads, they're limited to 15
Is that from the beginning of the Fall Guy? I packed her Rockies.
They keep them under control, but when you're going down a mountain at 6-7% grade on a foot of hard pack,
I'm giving it a
snowstorm, it sucks, man.
This guy's got
I'm giving this guy the thumbs up, dude.
That guy stacks.
Yeah, that guy came out. That's hardcore. I'm giving you the thumbs up. But that fucking Wyoming shit, that's not going to fly right now.
Yeah, this guy's on a mountain. He just said 7th grade. You know what? I'm with this guy.
Yeah, well, Grapevine out west is the same way. I've been on that one in a driving snowstorm with a foot
Don't
of snow
oversell
on
it,
the
sir. Don't oversell it.
No, he's not. He's not. You know why I like this guy?
I've been out here for 18 years.
What's your name, buddy?
It's Keith, the trucker.
You know why I like Keith, the trucker? Is because he's not yelling. He's got nothing to prove. That's why I believe him. That Wyoming guy was like, let me fucking tell you about why. And you're like, bullshit, dude, you know?
All right, Keith, thanks for calling, man. All right, so there you go.
That was fun, man.
You know what? We just started. You're going to see on the news in a couple of weeks. There's going to be a brawl at a truck stop. Either there's going to be one ice road trucker walking in, or one guy from the Rocky Mountains will walk into an ice trucker bar, and there's going to be a rape with a wrench.
Let's hope.
And we're going to be held responsible.
Let's hope.
So anyways, all right, there you go. I just wanted to start with a nice little argument.
So anyway, that was fun. So Bill, LA is good to you? You're enjoying yourself out there?
To get back there, we really shouldn't have stirred up our whole fucking the
that was
trucker
great,
thing in the
dude.
beginning.
It's only two guys got angry. We were kidding. Seriously.
Joe, you're really yelling this show.
I'm sorry.
You're on that fucking mic and you're really blowing my fucking eardrums out.
Oh, God.
Christ, we were kidding.
Don't soften up on me, Bill. Are you going to get soft on me now that you're living out there?
What, out in L.A.? I'm actually, I've been out in L.A. Yeah, like as I mentioned before, we pissed off our fan base there. I moved out there and, yeah, you know, I'm liking it, but the comedy clubs, oof.
It's not that.
Yeah, it's definitely different. It's definitely different.
Well, what's your favorite part about being out there right now?
Just something different, man. I needed something fucking different.
Yeah.
I told you, man, I was sitting here in New York. I've been here for 10 years. I was starting to feel like Matthew McConaughey's character in like Dazed and Confused.
Right.
Just walking up and comedians coming up to me, hey, I saw your premium blend set when I was in second grade.
We all felt that way about you too. We just, you know, it was.
I felt it, Joe.
It was.
I felt it the first time you actually had a little swagger when you came up at me. But no, LA's been going good.
That's great, dude.
You know,
that's great.
Auditioning, I haven't been eating my balls on auditioning. You know what I've gotten to the point with the auditions is they go, that was good. Now try it this way, and then I read it again, and then they go, okay, go fuck yourself.
Now what's your new place like out there?
Oh, I actually moved into a which I thought was a cool apartment. Was a one of those old Spanish style apartment things for like the 1930s. Yeah, they're great, but the thing is so fucking old. It doesn't have any heat or anything. And believe it or not, where I'm living it's freezing.
What do you mean it doesn't have any heat?
I don't know. There's no heat.
What the hell does that mean?
Oh, Joe, back in the day, people used to have fireplaces, which this place has, but it's boarded up.
Yeah, so what the fuck are you supposed to do?
Evidently, buy a comforter. I actually contemplated going to Target and see if they had like those adult pajamas with the feet in them. That's how fucking cold it is.
Dude,
and the windows are really old.
You're a month away from an electric blanket and an Epsom salt foot soak in this fucking place.
No, it's a cool place. And my next door neighbor is a phone sex operator.
Yeah?
Which is cool.
Can you hear her doing it?
No.
Does she do it out of the house?
Yeah, Joe. She yells it on the bell. I want to rub your balls. You're a creep, Joe. Why? And what if I did? And then when I stand by the window and I rub I rub one out.
Yeah, of course. I thought you had thin walls. Maybe you could hear it coming through the walls sometimes.
No.
Oh, that'd be great. Wouldn't that be great? I would love that.
Nah, it was sort of weird.
Weird? What the fuck is going on with you? We were watching porn earlier. You walked out of the room. You got all creeped out.
Yeah. No.
You
No.
Weird. What the fuck's the matter?
No.
What's getting into you?
First of all, Joe, we weren't watching porn. You were watching porn from the late 70s. And a daughter was telling some other girl to get on her knees and lick her mother.
Yeah, but it wasn't really her mom, Bill.
Who was
actors.
60. Who was 60.
It's not real. It's all make-believe, sweetheart.
Joe, it was really a 60-year-old ass, and the girl was really licking it. It was really disgusting. And this is what it is, Joe. I realized that there's certain lines you just don't want to cross. You don't want to have that up on your fucking hard drive. That's the deal. I don't want that in there.
What's it going to do to you? What's going to happen? You're afraid you're going to go
gradually
out and fuck a 60-year-old or something?
No, you'll gradually just... Well, first of all, Joe, it's fucking gross. It doesn't... I'm not into it, so I don't look at it. Joe, first of all, stop acting like you're some porn Green Beret.
I am.
Like I'm in the mess hall fucking peeling potatoes.
I've jerked off to things that would send you to bed, my friend.
Joe, it's not a skill. It's not a skill. A skill is walking away. You just it's like you with the M&Ms.
That's not a skill, walking away.
You just keep eating them.
That's not a skill to walk away.
You know what, Joe? I don't like fucking guys like you. Hey, look what I'm watching. Look how sick this is. Like this is like almost adds like some sort of like street credibility. Like you just actually beat another man up.
No, I'm not saying that. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is...
Joe, I'm saying a 60-year-old woman's ass is disgusting. I don't see anybody fucking licking it. And it's from the 70s, and she had all the pubic hair.
What's the 70s got to do with it?
Genitalia.
A lot of wonderful things came out of the 70s.
Genitalia was horrific looking back then. Genitalia looked like baboon genitalia in the late 70s.
There's probably some... look, here's my thing. I'm not saying...
Those people created AIDS, Joe.
Can I speak a sentence?
They created AIDS.
Who are those people, by the way?
Those people...
Define that phrase before
the people from the 70s...
something comes after us.
The people from the 70s with all their pubic hair and their lack of condoms, okay? They had the pill and they had penicillin, and... within that, I think it was actually created.
That's bullshit,
It was created at Woodstock. You can't have 100,000 people.
Government created AIDS, man.
No, dude, you can't have 100,000 people fucking in the mud and not think that something's going to grow out of it. That's where AIDS came from, upstate New York, during Hendrix's set.
All right,
that's why he lit his guitar on fire, man. He was trying to, make himself immune.
I just wish you wouldn't walk out of the room. That was the only part that I didn't get. I'm not saying you got to toss off to this stuff, but
Dude, I reserve the right to walk away when I see a 60-year-old woman getting her ass licked.
She wasn't 60. She was like 40.
Danny?
I'll go in the middle. She was probably about 50. She's
50.
in her 50s.
Oh, I love it.
But you gotta have...
Why do you love it, Joe?
I thought she was hot.
Let's go back a few years,
okay.
Joe.
I thought she was hot.
No. You're going to give me shit?
No, I'm not giving you shit. I just didn't understand that you walked away.
I know why Joe wants to fuck mothers. I know why Joe wants to fuck mothers.
I just didn't understand why you walked away. That's all. I'm not saying you have to like it, but I mean...
Because I saw into your inner child, Joe.
But like...
what you were
let's
into
put it this way,
and why you're into it.
Put it into a different context. If you're watching a violent movie and I was like, oh, I can't, I got to walk out. You'd be like, what do you mean you got to walk out of the... Come on.
Name the violence equivalent.
Like Hostel.
Of watching a
like
that's
Hostel.
the same as watching a 50-year-old woman
Have you
get her
seen
ass
Hostel?
licked? First of all, Joe.
Did you see it?
Yeah, why don't you clear your throat on the mic?
Dude, I'm sick. What do you want me to do? I'm trying here.
You do this.
I know I've been doing that, but sometimes it comes mid-sentence.
All right, listen. Joe, Hostel isn't real. Do you understand
Neither
that?
is that. It wasn't really
that
her
girl
mom.
Is really 50, and she's really getting her ass licked, Joe. I know they're not related. I know that's made up dialogue, Joe, but they're actually doing... They don't really cut somebody's fucking head off in Hostel.
All right.
There you go.
But it has to be an older...
You're right, because if it was a beheading video, I would have walked out of the room.
Yeah, like I can't watch that shit.
All right, I'll
porno,
give it
with that particular porno, it had to be an older lady, or else the scene doesn't make sense.
It didn't work. Yeah,
I thought she was hot,
regardless of whether or not she's 50.
I thought she was a hot older lady.
Nah,
no.
No, it only made sense because it had to be the chick's mom, so they had to go for an older person in that role.
Wow, Joe, you're really a creep. Is that what you're going to bring into my apartment? Now that you're renting it out, you're going to bring in some quote-unquote hot 50-year-old?
No, I wouldn't fuck her in real life. I just, I don't know. I don't know. The MILF thing does it for me. I just like it. I like the MILFs. It's really...
I always thought MILF was like, a hot 30 to early 40s girl.
Let's see there's got to be some out there with an opinion.
But like once you get into 50s and 60s, that's a gilf. That's like a grandmother.
That's a real category. Let's go to the phones. Who thinks that there's a such thing as an attractive 50 or 60-year-old woman out there? I certainly think that.
You know what's funny is all our callers. We still have people. Oh, this guy says he drove across frozen lakes. Like I'm going to believe this one. How phony is this phone call going to be?
Don't go back to it. Let's do this.
Like you can get cell phone service up there on the lake.
Who's got an opinion on whether or not a 50 or 60-year-old woman could be attractive? I certainly think that that's possible.
What about Goldie Hawn? She's cute.
What about
Susan Sarandon?
No, it's not
Goldie Hawn.
Yeah, Goldie Hawn's hot.
No, she was.
Sarandon?
Yeah, when she was on Laughing after Private Benjamin, it was over.
Nah,
she was a mess in that bathing suit when she met Kurt Russell.
Nah, I'd still tag her.
Walking around.
She's cute. She's got to be like
dude, with that plastic surgery.
So what?
Dude,
Why don't you just fuck a Muppet at that point?
Dude, Raquel Welch, Anne Margaret, Sophia Loren.
Joe, you know what it is? You're watching them all dolled up over there on television, right? And, dude, when you get up next to them, they're going to smell like an old person smells, which is you're beginning to die. You're rotting from the inside.
Diane Cannon?
Joe, I don't even know who these people are. How old are these people?
They're actors from the 50s and 60s. You don't know who Diane Cannon is?
Diane Cannon. Would she fucking win a bronze in
Mary
the
Lou
javelin
Henner?
contest?
She's probably about 50 by now.
All right, here's a guy from Maine. I'm sure he wants to fuck a 50-year-old. Jake, what's going on, man? Okay, evidently no. Would somebody just hang up on him?
Who else we got?
Cougars. Now, cougars are older women, right? Here we go. Bob, what's going on?
Yo, hey, I just left this fucking bar. These fucking cougars, I swear to Christ, they love cock, but they're so fucking picky.
Well, first of all, educate. A cougar is some older woman?
Yeah.
Yeah, like Jessica Tandy. I got such a hard-on for Jessica Tandy. I mean,
Yeah,
she's
she's
so
hot.
fucking alive, I'd bury my cock in her fucking ass.
Oh,
All
Jessica
right.
Tandy.
And how old are you?
Wait, not Jessica Tandy. Dude, he's full of
Jessica
shit.
Tandy, yeah, the
All
one
right.
from fucking
I thought-
Batteries Not Included. She was so fucking hot, that little skanky whore.
He's lying, dude. She's like 90 million years old.
She's dead, but I mean, if she was still alive,
I thought
I'd
he
still
meant
fuck
Jessica Lange.
her. Oh, her too. Hey, fuck it.
I don't know what this guy's into, but he sounds like he busts a nut in about 3 seconds.
He's faking it.
He's all amped up. All right, Bob, take it easy.
All right, Billy Burr.
All right, take it easy.
I don't like how they only say goodbye and hello to you sometimes.
Well, Joe, it's called there's a certain level of respect
God.
that you get in this business
Yeah.
when you turn down Last Comic Standing and you don't go on there and get your ass kicked and then do a fucking 4-hour podcast.
All right. Can a man get respect for watching a 50-year-old woman get her ass eaten out? Is there any respect that comes with that?
I don't know, Joe. I have no idea.
No
So
calls on the 50, 60-year-old thing?
There's a couple, but dude, I what am I going to listen to? Some Ice Road trucker talk about how
No,
he
I
wanted to
just
bang?
want to know if anybody else out there thinks a woman of that age could be hot.
All right, Joe, you want to take another disgusting phone call? Here's one for
It's
you.
not disgusting.
Kirby, Oklahoma. What's going on, man?
Hey, well, two people. First, there's a woman on the Bowflex commercial. She's 50, and she's fucking smoking. And two is...
Oh, yay! I know who you're talking about. She's hot as shit.
Oh, yeah, she is. Number two is the chick from the mom on the Partridge Family. She was in Grandma's Boy.
Right.
Actually, I let it fucking lick her asshole.
All right, thanks for calling. Great, Joe. This is great. See, Joe?
I like
you
to
see what
lick
I'm
her
saying?
asshole.
When we bring up what the hell you're into, this is the direction the show goes in, Joe.
All right, whatever. Let's take a break because we're a half hour in, and then we'll come back and start to get into the real
Okay,
topic.
yeah, we got we just getting back here. Everybody, thanks for listening. We're going to be back here. You listen to Uninformed with Bill Burr and Joe DeRosa.
Uninformed with Bill Burr and Joe DeRosa.
Like it.
Frank Zappa.
All right, we're back.
Hey,
Bill Burr, Joe DeRosa, Uninformed. I like the music. I don't like the. Then he kills me with the lyrics. Baby snakes.
They're not as dumb as they sound.
I don't know how you can sound much dumber than that.
This is all the songs from tonight's show are from Frank Zappa's album "Chic Your Booty," which is one of my favorites. Frank Zappa's my favorite.
And Joe feels that you should know about this. All right, cut it. Jesus
That's a song
Christ.
called "Baby Snake."
Yeah, it's fucking awful. Joe, wait a second. No, it's fucking awful. I stand by. Like, I listen to the music.
All right, well,
I like the instruments, what they're doing. He just seems like he's mocking.
There's some tongue-in-cheek.
The whole tongue-in-cheek should not
quality
be in rock
there.
music, Joe.
Listen. Okay, so look, we're going to get into the actual topics of the show here, which is, as we say with the theme of the show, we are uninformed, yet we are opinionated about things, and we want to stick to the concept of this show, which is talking about things and discussing things and seeing
not
what you
talk
guys
about
all think
licking
about it. Exactly.
60-year-old women's asses.
Exactly. So, first topic tonight is dealing with censorship in the media. As we all know, that has gone on quite a bit lately.
You sound like you're behind a podium.
Yeah,
As we all know, that's why we're here tonight. It's a definite issue.
Certain things have happened to certain entertainers for certain things that they have said, whatever. That's been going on. Now, my whole thing is this. I was watching Tom and Jerry with my nephew recently, and if anybody remembers Tom and Jerry out there, there was the black maid on the show. She was a fat black maid, and she would run around, she'd yell, "Thomas!" and swing the broom around. Now, Was that a stereotypical character? Of course it was. Was it racist? Of course it was.
Joe, who are you talking
Wait a
to?
second.
I'm fucking over here.
I know. I'm just saying.
You're over there making a speech.
Let me just.
You were just asking questions for the crowd. Was it this? I don't know. Was it that?
Because I'm setting up what we're trying to talk about here. Is
fucking Bill
there's
Clinton.
There's no argument that character on that cartoon was racist, but what they did was they redubbed her voice. So now she sounds like Claire Huxtable, and now she'll be like, Thomas, it's not polite for you to put dynamite up that mouse's ass, or like whatever.
Right.
And it's ridiculous to me
You
because
think that's censorship?
Well, you can't erase mistakes we made. We need to know that the mistakes are there. They need to exist so we can learn from them. You don't start redubbing things, so you might as well start just superimposing over old film footage now to cut out racist elements, it's ridiculous. It's what was done. It's what happened. It's there for a reason. You learn from it now and you don't do it again. And now
I disagree with you.
I know you do, and I can't believe that you do, but
because Joe, I mean, it's like saying, okay, the Holocaust was bad and all that. I mean, look, that's a bad. No, you know what? That's a bad example. This is what it is, Joe. Like, there's nothing wrong with still showing that as long as you present it like, hey, look, this is what we used to do. This is bad. But if they just had it on a Cartoon Network. So if you just slide it in there, then you're making it look like acceptable. That's like, rather than whenever they show Hitler, they just don't show Hitler giving a speech. They talk about what a maniac he was.
All right, fair enough. But
in your world, that's censorship.
But Bill, I watched that cartoon when I was a kid, and I had parents that were smart enough to teach me that other races were not lesser than I was. So I didn't look at it and say, that's what black people are like. I looked at it and said, that's what that black person is like on that TV show.
That's what you said at 6 years of age?
I certainly didn't think
I think
this
you're making
is how...
that up. I think you're making that up to support your argument.
I certainly never thought this is how black women act or anything like that. There's no responsibility with the parents anymore to teach these kids to distinguish what's right and what's wrong and what's racist and what's not. Therefore, what they try to do now is they try to neutralize everything and try to make everything evenly palatable so you never have to take the time. What'd you say?
What else have they done it to? This evenly palatable shit that you're talking about.
Well, you haven't noticed, like, in the culture we live in, like, it's never just...
If you say the word society, I'm going to fucking punch you in the head.
Let's put it this way. Like, when all that stuff happened with Beavis and Butthead, right? With when fire, when they would do that, and then that kid set himself on fire or whatever, and everybody blamed Beavis and Butthead for it. The answer was never, well, maybe they shouldn't have had that on Beavis and Butthead, or maybe his parents shouldn't have let him watch Beavis and Butthead. The answer was, we need to ban Beavis and Butthead. It needs to be erased. It can't be shown anymore.
Right.
And that's the way things are dealt with. Whereas that's not right. The way things should be dealt with is somebody says, okay, see that? That's wrong. And here's why you need to know that that's wrong. And here's what I'm going to teach you about why that's wrong. And that's not going on anymore. You know?
Well, Joe, I mean, look, you got everybody's got 2 jobs now. So when exactly are they supposed to be there to make sure that your kids aren't setting themselves on fire?
Don't have fucking kids, dude. Then don't have kids. If you're not ready to raise kids, then don't have kids.
Rather than just fucking put a pleasant voice in the Tom and Jerry cartoon? What kind of an animal are you?
No. What I'm saying is if you're going to have kids, raise your kids, period. Hey, my parents worked my whole life, dude. Both my parents worked, okay? They still managed to raise me. Okay, 2 jobs doesn't mean, the kids at school from 9 to whenever, and then you have a babysitter come through.
I don't think it's that big a fucking deal.
It is, dude. You're erasing history.
You're not. It still exists. You can go see it. Go to the Museum of Television and History if you want to watch some fucked up shit that you used to do. But I don't think that they should. You're going to put it on Nick at Night?
No, they just don't put it on Nick at Night. But my point is, I watched it. I watched it as a kid. I'm not racist from it. The concept that you would become racist from this if you had decent parents that took time to raise you.
You're filing under, not being a dick.
What?
Just not being a dick.
What's not being a dick?
Just the same way you don't have, cartoons of and they have some bucktooth Asian guy. You can't do that shit anymore. But it's common fucking courtesy, Joe.
It's not.
How would you like it if they had a little Egyptian cartoon, okay? And they had your people sliding down the pyramids on camels doing whatever the fuck you guys do.
If it was the only way something was portrayed, it would bother me. But what I'm saying to you is, look, dude, there was in that Tom and Jerry cartoon, all right? In that Tom and Jerry cartoon, there was nothing about that character that was that offensive. I mean,
what?
There was nothing about that guy that was that. It wasn't like
you.
It wasn't like the butlers.
First of all, Joe, you know what you're doing? You're doing that arrogant white thing
No, I'm not.
where shut up and let me finish. See, you're so arrogant. You want to let me fucking make my point here. You're doing that shit where it's like you're telling another group of people what they should find offensive. It's not up to you to say that, man. It's not about you.
Please.
Oh, please, I'm Joe. I know about the whole fucking world. You're being a cunt right now, Joe.
I'm not being a cunt.
And what the fuck are you watching Tom and Jerry for at 30 years of age?
I have a nephew that I was watching it with. Do
And that's how you raise him?
Do you understand it?
That's how you raise him? Why weren't you teaching him how to read?
He also listens to rap music and loves it and doesn't and knows that all black people aren't portrayed the same way. That's my point.
How do you know that? How do you know that?
Because he's got black friends. He clearly doesn't think they all act like the fucking maid on Tom and Jerry.
Yeah,
Look, it goes the
Joe,
other way, too. She talks like Claire Huxtable now. He's not going to go around and assume that every black woman speaks that way. It's one person. It's a person. And that character is not as racist as
Joe, have you gone on the road?
butlers that they would
Joe,
have.
Have you gone out on the
Amos
road?
and Andy
Have you
and
gone
stuff.
out on the road?
Danny, the guest is calling, by the way. Danny. The guest is calling. Okay, awesome. You got to come get my phone.
Fucking show.
Fucking train wreck.
We got to take a call. That was the most fucking... Our sound guy isn't literally in the other room. Hey, man, what's up? You're listening to the Uninformed show. Bill Burr, Joe DeRosa.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey, man. So what do you think about... Like, I'm saying, like, I don't think it's that big a deal that they just... As a, common courtesy, you just put a nicer voice in there so it's not, uncomfortable for people. At the end of the day, she was a bit player on the cartoon. It was about the cat and the mouse. What do you think about them switching the voice?
I think it's horrible. I think it's a horrible idea. I want to know, I guess the big question that I have for both of you, and I think y'all would probably be in agreement on this, is why is it assumed from the very get-go that the voice of this black lady in this cartoon, the way it's sounding the way it is, why is that racist? If people back then talked that way, and that's the way it was, why is it racist to put it in the cartoon?
I agree with that.
See what I'm saying? This guy is basically defending why they changed it. Because he's saying that people, that's the way they talked back then. Everybody walked around going, Thomas?
No, it's not they're not saying everybody, it's one character.
He just said...
Scooby-Doo didn't talk that way in real life either. I mean,
yeah, but he wasn't brought over here with all his friends on boats and fucking hung from trees.
Here we go.
That's what the fuck it's about, Joe.
Bill.
All right, thanks for calling.
Bill, you are aware.
He just proved the point by fucking saying shut up.
It's the Quentin Tarantino argument that he's using.
You know, let me finish
Go
here.
ahead.
You're being a cunt, Joe.
I'm not being a cunt. Go ahead.
You are being a cunt.
Go ahead.
I can
Then
smell you from here.
Don't use the C, because our
smell
guest
you
is
from
about
here.
to be here.
Oh, is she coming in? Oh, my God.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
We have a guest. We do have a guest coming in who's convinced that this was a fake show. We're going to be talking about organic food and that thing. So I don't know if she knows that there's cursing. So, Joe, we have to be on our best behavior because I think we finally actually have a really reputable guest.
Make your point, though. I want to hear your point.
I'm saying this guy, we don't need to whisper now. We just can't yell cunt. No, I'm saying, like, he's like, if that's the way people talk back then, he didn't say her specifically. He's saying that's the way people talk. That's why they want to get rid of that shit. That's why they want to get rid of that shit, man. That's all they're saying.
I think what he meant was if there were some people that spoke that way and you were portraying one of those people in a cartoon, it's not that bad. It was like when Quentin Tarantino...
You think that's what he meant? I'm telling you what the fuck he said.
All right. Well, but, things are open to interpretation, Bill. I don't think he was literally saying everybody spoke that way then. I think he was just saying, like...
But he wasn't saying the individual either. I think,
Let me finish this point.
I don't like when fucking people get so fucking pissed off that they do just something... Just a little thing like that. Everybody, oh my God, next thing you know, we won't be able to vote.
Let me make my point about it's the Quentin Tarantino argument when he got all that shit from Spike Lee about Samuel L. Jackson's character and Jackie Brown saying the N-word too much. And Quentin Tarantino was like, dude, what do you want from me? It's about a guy that lives in Compton who's a gangster. That's how those guys talk. I'm portraying one character in a movie that speaks that way. The other black character in the movie doesn't speak that way. Pam Grier.
I don't have a problem with that show.
Pam Grier doesn't speak that way.
I don't have a problem, but I don't think it's the same example.
That's the point. It's like I don't know. I just think it's stupid. I think it's completely.
Dude, it's the fucking mammy character, Joe. That's like one of the oldest, most racist stereotypes fucking out there, man. It's brutal. They had everything but like watermelon falling down on the ground when she came walking by. It's a brutal character, dude. It's a fucking brutal character, and they niced it up. I don't think it's a bad thing, and that you think that, you know, somehow you're not going to be able to buy your toothpaste at CVS if they change that.
I think that the responsibility lies in the parent to say...
Joe is a moron. We're taking this call right here. Joe from Vegas.
Hey, how you guys doing, man? Joe, you're an idiot.
Okay.
Let me tell you, that character, the maid, was drawn to be a stereotype, a stereotypical fat, black Southern maid with the Aunt Jemima hat on.
You never saw her hat, stupid. You never saw her fucking hat. They never showed her head. They only showed her feet.
They did.
If you know Tom and Jerry, they never showed her feet.
They did.
You only saw the feet. You never saw the human beings' heads on that cartoon.
Hey, you know what we should do, Joe?
Those cartoons were all drawn by the same people, and it was the whole same thing. It was oh, miss, oh, yeah, go shut the clothes. Go on in here. Yeah. Oh, man.
I remember an episode when she fell on her ass. So they never showed her face, but you saw the.
Let me ask you a question. Okay, fine. I could be wrong.
All right, thanks for calling.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think the black maid in Gone with the Wind is racist because these people live on a plantation?
I never saw Gone with the Wind.
Well, I have.
What kind of a man watches that movie?
No, don't take the easy shot at this. I'm seriously asking you a question.
No, I think it was a normal question that men bring up when another man brings up Gone with the Wind. Danny, have you ever seen Gone with the Wind?
Never. All right, fine.
Exactly. What would you do if you were hanging out?
Oh,
we're all hanging out. We're having pizza. We're doing man stuff.
I'd like
and
to.
All of a sudden,
I'd like to have.
This guy brings
I'd
up,
like to really discuss the topic
all of a sudden,
here.
This guy brings up, you know.
Go for the easy. Go for the. I hate that. I hate when you do that. I hate when you go for the
Joe,
easy insult.
You've been on a fucking 20-minute.
I'm not on a tirade. I'm asking you a question. Let me explain the movie then if you've never seen it.
Jesus,
the movie takes place on a southern plantation in the 1800s, okay?
I told you I never saw the
Fine,
fucking
I'm
movie.
explaining something to you, though.
And I can't bring up the point that's a chick movie?
And they have a maid. They have a maid who's a heavyset black woman because that was who they were maids back then. And they portray the maid like that because that's what it was like. It's accurately portraying what something was like.
Joe, who wrote the script? It's a script, and there's lines, and there's direction on how you had to act, Joe. They had a whole fucking movement how they don't want to smile and have to fucking bug out their eyes and all that shit, Joe. She didn't have any say on that kind of thing. Jesus Christ,
when I'm
Joe,
asking
you're a moron.
No, when I'm asking...
I agree with that guy in Vegas. You're a moron.
No, what I'm asking you is... I'm not saying she had any say on it. When I'm
the organic lady's here. She's watching us. Joe, I disagree with your point.
What I'm asking you is why can't you just have something that's portrayed? It might have been wrong. Look, Patton Oswalt, right, has that joke where he talks about going to see that John Wayne movie in the theater. Let me say this. Patton Oswalt has a joke where he talks about going to see a John Wayne movie in the theater, right? And he goes, it's really annoying because it's this movie that takes place in the Old West, right? And this woman starts commenting in the theater as if the movie took place in modern times. She's going, oh, well, why don't we just let the women serve the men? Because the women are going to set the table in the movie, I guess.
Yeah,
that's fair.
That's ridiculous.
And and his response is, yeah, sorry, the Old West wasn't settled by Gap employees. This is what it was. What do you want? It's just like when you watch...
Wait a minute, Joe. But the thing, the jump you're making there is you're going, this is the way it was, as if they went back in time and they filmed it. You got to understand who was writing this stuff, and that's why people get annoyed. And it's one of the things, Joe... Like back in the day, you can't look at that Gone with the Wind shit and look at how an actor was acting back then. I mean, those were the roles that were available. That's the way they wrote them. There was all white people writing
nobody's ever called the movie racist, is my point, because it's just portraying what a servant in that time period was probably like. It doesn't.
That's the point I'm arguing, Joe. What you're saying is somebody white wrote the fucking part. Okay, it's not historically accurate, Joe. It's not like... It
is historically accurate.
Because it's a movie, Joe?
Bill.
Okay, let me ask you, is Scarface, is that historically accurate? It's
Bill.
A fucking movie, Joe. And people write it.
Do you think that black people...
Scarface was actually a woman, Joe, in real life. The real person that they based that movie on was a female.
Do you think Do you think
Joe
that,
is a moron?
Do you think that black people, as when they were relieved from slavery and the only work they could get was servitude in these shitty plantations or whatever, do you think they were very well-spoken people? They were uneducated. So my point is, you're portraying what they probably actually spoke like back
Joe,
then.
I'll base this.
And you're not.
Here's one for you. Here's one for you.
You're not
Joe.
shining it up for something. You're not saying.
Joe.
Well, let's have them speak very properly, so it's not offensive.
Joe, listen.
Do you see what I'm saying?
I remember I saw a guy one time, right? He was talking about Native American drumming, okay? Not to bring up the topic of drumming, because I know you're one of the gods of drumming. But he showed all the...
By the way, the drum battle's off.
All the different ways that they played the drum. They played it this way, they played it this way, but at no point did they go... You know, that... Dun, 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 dun. That was just made up, Joe. But when I was... It's just made up, Joe. It's movies. They make it up, and this is the problem is, it wasn't necessarily even like a racist thing. It was from one perspective, and it became fucking offensive to other people, Joe. And
how come then in the movie Glory, where it's
do you want to talk to this guy who says Bill loves to overly defend black people?
Dude, it's crazy. It's like you think anything that doesn't portray another race other than white people in the most shining light possible, it's racist.
No, I don't.
It's not, dude.
I don't, Joe. You're fucking talking about... You're talking about the Mammy character from the 1950s.
I know, but what I'm asking you is, if people... This is what I'm saying. I'm not saying, oh, that's the way black people should be portrayed on TV. That's not what I'm saying, of course. What I'm asking you is, in certain movies where they're portraying a certain type of black person from a certain time period, it's not racist. It's just saying, this is that type of person.
Right. And this
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, Joe, if you make a movie fucking now, okay, where shit's, right. It's you make it now and you make it about shit back then. It's different, dude, than when they made them back then. When you made them back then, dude, you had basically, there's a lot of... You ever watch the fucking Three Stooges? The parts for black people in that? It's fucking uncomfortable, man.
I think
it's
that
weird.
is... I think that...
Yes.
I think that's messed up, Bill. I think it was in poor
that's
taste.
all I'm saying. Okay, I want to talk to this guy.
But I don't
here.
think that those characters should be superimposed out of the films. It's one of those things. It was a mistake and it was bad.
I don't think necessarily that it should be, but I'm just saying them making a nicer voice on that, so maybe kids aren't growing up listening to that fucking ugly shit. I don't think it's such a big deal. All right, here we go. I got to talk to this guy. Hey, Jason, man, what's up? You're on Uninformed.
Hey, Bill, what's up, man?
Hey, I'm here too.
Hello, Joe. Bill, you did great in Buffalo, by the way. Yeah, man, I don't know. I get the impression that every time you get on the topic of race or, something like that, you're always going a little bit, you're doing some overreaching as far as defense goes and just trying to, I don't know, how can you as an entertainer...
It depends on what you're talking about. Look, I've sat around tables, okay, and I've had, I've gotten in huge arguments with other comics who aren't white, who they always say this shit. They'll be like, if I was white, I'd be famous. And, I don't agree with that. I always tell them...
why would anyone ever say, there aren't black comedians? What the fuck kind of thing to say is that?
This is what they're saying. They're trying to say that the level that they have to get to as an entertainer is higher than what a white person has to get to as an entertainer. So what I always say...
Yeah, that makes sense.
So what... if I can get a word in. What I always say to them, I say, look, dude, you know what you'd actually be is you'd be middling and a funny bone if you were lost in a sea of whiteness. That's how I look at that shit. Like, I don't see, like, I'm just giving you an example. Like, I don't just defend people overly defend black shit, because I don't agree with that. You can't, if you've never been white, you can't say what it's like to be white, and like vice versa. So I don't just, 100%. I'm talking about that Tom and Jerry shit.
Yeah, I know. I heard. I mean, I'm 25. I saw the cartoon. It's funny, man. It's a fucking cartoon. It's a stereotype, but
absolutely. And I'm not saying stereotypes are bad, but it's just one of those things where as long as there's enough of the other shit,
retroactively change other people's work. Is that what you're saying is good?
That's the part I disagree with, is the retroactive changing of something. It's done, and leave it alone.
I think your jokes about women are offensive, Bill. Maybe you should cut them from your act, or HBO should cut it from your stand-up special. How about that?
I don't think that's the same thing.
He makes a good point, though, dude, because, what if in 20 years... joking about women in the fashion that you did on your special is considered completely offensive and completely in poor taste and against equal rights and all that shit, and then they go, Bill, we're going to cut these jokes out of your special. Instead of you
I'll
just
be dead. What the fuck am I going to do at that point? No, you know what? That's actually that is. But listen to the thing, though. Are you saying anything that I'm saying in my act is so... Am I being, like, overly, like, racist?
I'm not. I'm not.
I'm just asking.
No,
because that's actually at the decent point. Now all of a sudden it's my act. I'm like, wait a minute.
I'm not saying that anything in your act is overly sexist, right? But what I'm saying is, I don't think Hanna-Barbera or whoever the hell made Tom and Jerry was trying to be overly racist. I think they were just saying, like, they have a black maid in the house, and this is what the black maids we know act like, or whatever. Like, I don't think it was them going, let's make black people look ridiculous on this show.
Look, I don't think Hitler was fucking going, like, thinking he was doing something bad. I don't think a lot of things, like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, I don't think, like, I don't know. I just look at it like, I don't know, man. It's just like I don't know. I watch it and I look at it like, ugh, that's terrible. That's awful. So it doesn't bug me if they change it. I don't know, dude. If in 60 years, man, like, to put this way, like, I look at Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy gets a lot of shit for the way he went off on gay people back then. But what I always say there is, like, yeah, it's fucked up now, but there was a bunch of people laughing. Like, you can't just chastise him for it. I'm not saying just chastise the people who drew it, but it's like...
Do you think that stuff should be cut out of his act if they play it on cable?
Mindset? I mean, I wouldn't let a kid watch it. No, I think it's an ignorant... It's a fucking cartoon, Joe, and it's on the Cartoon
Network. So you don't let the kid watch it without explaining it to him. That's my only point. You just sit the kid down.
Joe. You're an idiot. So... You just said what I said! No, I didn't, Joe. Listen.
For the record, Bill has stood up and is yelling at Joe.
You're going to tell me this, that you fucking Nick at Night, you just stick somebody in front of the fucking TV just
Enough
watching
with the
it.
F's, please.
Just watching the TV, right? Just watching the TV. They're by themselves.
It's not on Nick at Night, dude.
The Cartoon Network,
dude,
whatever.
No, I'm not saying you got to sit there and hold the kid's hand while he watches it, but if the kid has a decent upbringing, he's going to understand, like, it's just a character. I'm not going to think that all black people act like that. It's just this character in this dumb cartoon.
You know what it is,
just like he's going to know that he can't put a stick of
is.
dynamite in his mouth and light it.
Well, they cut that out, too. Now they cut the violence out of the old, Bugs Bunny cartoons. Like, the classic Rabbit Season, Duck Season
I don't have
cartoon.
a problem with that. I don't have a problem.
They cut that out now.
No, I don't have a problem with violence. I don't think that's a bad thing. I don't think any of that shit...
That's why these kids are pussies.
But the point is that they cut it
thing.
out now. And you can't find an original copy of that.
And I think I agree with that's fucked up. But I'm just saying, every once in a while, if there's just some ugly racist thing out there and you want to get rid of it, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, but
who gives a fuck?
Then you got to get rid of the part in the show earlier where you said fag. We got to cut out all Eddie Murphy's gay jokes. We got to cut out Patrice's entire act can't exist anymore because he makes fun of women. It's like, what the fuck, dude?
And it's not like...
So anytime, I mean, this is my point. This is what we do. We make fun of things.
I see levels. Dude. That's like you're saying, a guy raped somebody. Oh, then nobody can fuck anymore.
No. But when back to my original point, which is there are no levels in this country. What happens is we decide that something is wrong and we try to eliminate it completely.
All right, well, you know what you have shown me? You have definitely... I am looking at this different now because I can't come up with a good argument with them if 20 years from now they want to take shit out of my special. So maybe you are right. I don't know. Maybe that guy... I don't know. Maybe you're right. I just look at it like... I don't know. It's just like it's an ugly character, and if they want to get rid of it, I don't care.
And don't forget though, those Tom and Jerry cartoons. It's not like they were just made in like 1984. I mean, those Tom and Jerry cartoons were made back in like the late 40s, like early 50s. Like those are some old cartoons, and that's kind of how it was back then.
You know what? You guys, you might have swayed me.
Those are some old cartoons.
It's the erasing part that I have a problem with. And once again, if the kid has a decent upbringing, he's going to know better. And he's not going to judge all people by one
nobody has
character.
a decent upbringing.
Can we take one more call before we go to a break and get into the next?
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to say something, Joe. I think you swayed me.
Oh.
Bill is for censorship. Joe is right about this one. Which one do you want to take?
Bill is for censorship. That's hilarious.
Ernie from Colorado, what's going on?
Hey, Bill, how's it going?
Hey.
Joe.
Hey, buddy.
Bill, I don't understand. How can you be so for censorship if your entire career is based on free speech?
I just said that he kind of swayed me on it. Because you know why? Because this is why. First of all, the show's called Uninformed, so by no means am I a rocket scientist. I think I was just looking back, to something that was 40, 50 years old, that was so wrong. But once he brought up, I'm telling you, once he brought up that example of 50 years from now they start cutting out your act or cutting out Eddie Murphy's act, I honestly didn't have a response for it. So I'm going to give this one to Joe. I think Joe's right. He swayed me.
All right.
And I just looked it up. The first Tom and Jerry cartoon was produced in 1940.
Right.
So
40?
that's kind of how it was back then. Yeah, that first run of Tom and
Dude,
Jerry.
I'm not saying that what they did, that those guys were specifically evil. I don't know. I just look at it like, if somebody's looking at it, it's bugging you. I don't know. All right, get rid of it. I don't give a fuck.
But I think if it comes to airplay, it's either you play it as is or you just don't play it. You don't start going in there and hacking it up just to make it more PC for
you know
nowadays.
what? You swayed me.
Holy crap. All
You
right.
swayed. No, Joe, I told you from the beginning, I can be swayed.
We've been having this argument. We've been having this argument a long
But
time.
you never brought up the example of once I started talking about comedians, and I was like, oh yeah, what am I talking about?
That guy sparked it, and then it popped out. So
all right,
so
that's
thanks
a big win in the Joe DeRosa column. Yeah,
we need
you
to
know
get
what?
a bell
They
for
shouldn't-
when one of us gets swayed. Ding, 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 ding. You know.
Yeah, Darren the trucker. He says Joe's right about this one. We already talked about Bill's censorship. All right, so I'm an idiot. All right, no, you swayed me. You're right. They shouldn't have fucking changed it.
Let's. You want to go to break and then?
Yeah, I got to get the egg off my face.
Guess to the. So we're going to talk about organic foods.
Oh yeah, coming up in the next hour. I think we have our first legitimate. Did she run out of here during that tirade?
No, she's
no. Good. She's got a crazy laugh. Good. I like her already. Me and Joe. Basically, I'm living in LA. I'm trying to live healthy, and Joe's been giving me shit about organic food. Blah 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 blah. So we got some lady in here who knows about organic food. That's coming up in the next hour. And
you forgot to hang up on somebody.
I think I might have just hit it. And okay.
And I love how you have this guest in as there's boxes of pizza that are now empty because we ate it all.
No. She can tell us how bad it is. So that's coming up in the next hour. This lady's going to come in and tell us how to eat. All right, you listen to Uninformed. Bill Burr, Joe DeRosa.
Call Bill Burr and Joe DeRosa right now, 866-WOW-1-WOW. That's 866-969-1969.
So then we started getting into these arguments about it, which was, which my whole thing was, it feels to me at times that it's scamful in a way, where they scare you into thinking you have to eat it, and then...
All right, Joe, you're getting ahead of yourself here, because we can discuss all this with the guest here.
So, all right, yeah.
So we're just going to bring on the guest here. So basically, me and Joe kind of went back and forth on this whole organic food thing. It's kind of a big thing that's out there right now about, whether, is it really going to help you live longer? So... God knows me and Joe don't know what the hell we're talking about, and certainly me after the last 20-minute argument that I just lost. So we have a guest on from mypersonalfarmers.com, Marianne Hedrick.
Hedrick, right.
Hedrick, can can you bring the microphone?
Now we can bring the mic over there.
Marianne.
Hello.
How are you? Thank you for coming on to the Uninformed show. I want to apologize for our language. Maybe they can edit it out in years to come.
Right. Is that
you there?
Too close there? You got it?
It's a little close.
Okay. There we go.
Just speak directly into it so we can...
Okay.
All right, so basically, I'm kind of trying to do the organic thing,
Mm-hmm.
And Joe is kind of steadfast against it. Why don't you tell our listeners basically what it is that you do? First of all, My Personal Farmers, what is that?
MyPersonalFarmers.com is an online farmers market serving the people of Westchester, all Westchester County, New York, and the surrounding counties.
And this is all like non-pesticide, and it's also just mom and pop sort of farms.
Yeah, most of the farms of the Hudson Valley are mom and pop farms, to tell you the truth, and all of the foods that we carry and offer to the people of Westchester County come from Hudson Valley farms or small food producers.
And do they use
some
any
organic, some not organic?
Oh, some not organic.
Yeah.
So what costs more, with pesticide, without? Is like pesticide like a topping, kind of like a pizza? Is that extra?
You know why organic food costs more? It's really just a
scam,
a situation of
because it doesn't make sense that it would cost more because you'd have to. I mean, if I'm just growing it naturally, then I don't have to spray anything on it.
That's my argument.
Well, if you grew it in your garden, it'd be the cheapest food you could possibly have. You know, but if you buy it in a supermarket, chances are it's going to be more expensive because they don't produce as much organic food as they do conventional food, and it's just a matter of the numbers. It's a numbers.
But is that like a conspiracy, like the diamond thing? Like evidently, there's a whole bunch of diamonds, and then you just act like there's not that many. And then guys like me, you got to go out and go buy a huge engagement ring.
No, I don't think there's any conspiracy at all. I think that people are pretty well
Likely
intentioned.
story.
Well, look, my whole thing with it is I can understand that it costs more money if there are less producers of it. Like, Bill, you brought up the argument of it's like how Walmart can charge everything for cheap because it's commercial, but a mom and pop store, it's more expensive. However, if I buy a CD at Walmart, it's $13.99. If I buy a CD at a mom and pop record store, it's $16.99. I went to buy iceberg lettuce that was organic the other day. It was $3.99 or $4.99, whereas regular iceberg lettuce is $1 to $1.50 for a head. I mean, that is an insane. Yeah, but 300%
that's
markup.
your choice. That's your choice. You could buy one or the other. You could buy neither. As a matter of fact, people who are seeking high quality food, local food, whether it be organic or not, they have a lot of choices, and there are choices that people can go in certain directions, like towards communities, CSAs, community.
When you look at Joe DeRosa, do you think he needs organic food?
I don't think he cares, really.
Huh?
But
I think
Joe could use something.
I could use a lot of things. But I mean, look, hey, my grandfather lived to be 87, never had an organic piece of food in his life. Died
so
a
what's the
reasonably
deal?
healthy man.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, I kind of like an apple that doesn't have a bug crawling on it, so...
Well, I think back in the old days, all our food did come from local farms, and somewhere along the line,
you started feeling dizzy, right? Because you noticed that there was pesticides on them.
Well, food started to be preserved, and people wanted strawberries in January, and so strawberries had to have preservatives on them and come from South America or wherever, just so that we could have strawberries.
Joe, that's why the iceberg lettuce is only $1.
Why?
Right there. Because you got kids down in Chile playing soccer with it before they put it on the truck. And they bring it all the way up. That's why you have a footprint on your lettuce. This woman is going to try to hook you up with lettuce that has no footprint on it.
I understand that, but that's my point. Therefore, it's going to be more expensive. It's somebody saying, look, it's natural, it's better for you, so we're going to charge you a little bit more. Now, I understand that's supply and demand, but to me, I always think of like the thing in like Spaceballs where they're like, hey, all the air's polluted, and only the rich people can afford actual air now, and they're all hoarding the air in these cans. And I'm like, well, to me, with the organic movement...
That isn't so.
Yeah, Joe, you don't know what you're talking about.
It's
Listen to Marianne over here.
It's a humane movement. The drive behind this movement is to say, we care about you. We care about your health. We want to make you healthier. But if you're somebody that lives in housing projects and you make $20,000 a year, tough shit. It's not going to happen.
Well, many of our farmers markets, though, even accept food stamps.
Oh, well, that's great. That's
cool.
Look at that.
How many food stamps do you need on average to get an app? It's a lot of food stamps. But it's still, if
$1 is $1. Whether it's a food stamp dollar or a dollar.
But I mean, if you're talking about somebody that's trying to support a family on $20,000 or $30,000,
they're getting food stamps.
But like the food, for instance, the Food Emporium where I live in Bill's old neighborhood, I could not afford to food shop there every week. I couldn't. It cost me $30 to get.
Yeah, but Joe, you blow 40 a night in a bar. You could
I don't
easily
anymore,
eat
though.
there. You could easily eat
but
there.
I'm not doing that anymore.
You're an alcoholic, and you need a pair.
That's as much a function of you being in Manhattan or Brooklyn as it is anything else. You moved up to Westchester, and those Wheaties wouldn't be as expensive.
So it's a whole different story.
Sure.
So do you think these organic farms, the mom and pop farm, is ever going to take over? Isn't what John Cougar Mellencamp is always crying about with his acoustic guitar, right? Farm Aid, right?
I think a lot of people care about their health. A lot of people care about the environment, and a lot of people care about what's happening with small farmers.
But what about someone like me who lives in like a one-bedroom apartment? Like if I want a pear, you're saying like it's cheaper to me. I can't plant a pear tree. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like I have how much is this pear? How many millions of dollars of fruit is in this little bowl?
Bill is sitting in front of a basket of fresh fruit, all of it from Hepworth Farms in Milford, New York. All of it was picked within
I noticed
the
the organic stuff looks a little more beat up. Is that because they don't spray paint it? Like, shouldn't a pear be green? Look at this thing.
That's a real
This thing
red
looked like it got
color.
raped by an apple.
That's actually beautiful.
Is that what a pear is supposed to look like?
Yes, that's a.
It's natural, Bill. Do you ever talk to a hippie that lives
Look at this.
naturally?
Look how small the apples are. No wonder people are so fat now. Even when you eat an apple, it's like the biggie size, like at Wendy's.
Taste that apple.
Huh?
It's a Golden Supreme.
And this has never had any pesticides on it?
Right.
So that means like any sort of bug could have crawled on this.
I
And you
don't
want me to
think
put this in my
any
mouth?
You love organic. You're the one behind the organic food.
Taste it.
What do you mean? Joe, I said I kind of into it and kind of not.
That's hilarious, though. It does look beat up. Organic food is the hippies of the of the food kingdom.
Tastes a little weird. Tastes different.
Does it?
It's kind of. You ever use like all natural toothpaste?
That's yeah.
Like when I was on my floor, it doesn't feel like it's getting clean.
I scream at my friend when I go to his place. He has that all natural doctor whatever toothpaste. It's disgusting.
Well, Joe, that's because you're docile and you're complacent because you have fluoride just pumping through your veins.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
All
Let
right,
me
that
taste
was all right.
something.
Yeah, can I get a picture of Joe actually eating a piece of fruit? Joe was actually born without collarbones. A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah.
Do you make an organic beet that could help? Seriously. Joe has the beginnings of osteoporosis. This is great, Joe. Now you get to eat on the mic.
It's good, delicious.
Doesn't taste a little weird, though? Tastes a little sandy.
I think.
No, I can't believe we're having differing opinions on this, but no, I don't agree. I like it.
So why don't you take out $18 and go buy an apple from a private farmer? Yeah, let's get to the bottom of this. Why is it so damn expensive? I don't get it. It's an apple.
It's
They're not
expensive. Even I, who play to the people who want the food but can't get the food, I charge for convenience. Even I charge $2 a pound for apples. That's pretty good.
Oh, here's a guy. Here's a guy in New Jersey. Here's a guy in New Jersey who seems to know. Colin.
Hey, what's happening, guys?
Hey, man, you're on Uninformed.
Hey, great show, by the way. But listen, from the best I can understand it is, I'm kind of like headed down to a little organic thing too. But it would seem that there's greater cost incurred from growing organically because you're not getting 100% return on your crops because you're not spraying the shit out of everything and preserving everything. There's more loss. You know what I mean?
I like how eloquent he sounds.
You might lose half of a harvest. Because you're not spraying it with pesticides and herbicides.
That makes sense. That's
so
a valid.
Therefore, it's going to cost more to cover it.
That's a valid point. But my whole thing, like I used to do a bit in my act about this, right? Where I go. I was talking about within the health food stuff that I talk about in my act, and I'd say, these salad places. It was like when like Cozy and Salad Works and all those places got really popular, and I was like, it's a scam. Don't go buy the extra value meal for $4. Come pay $11.99 for a salad, and it's bullshit. You freaked me out into thinking that I have to eat salad for lunch or else I'm going to die. And then now that you have me freaked out, I will pay you ridiculous amount of money for a salad.
You should really eat a salad every once in a while.
I do eat salads.
You should eat another one.
But I mean, doesn't that infuriate you when you go into a place and you're paying for basically vegetables and pure food and grilled chicken or whatever, and it's more expensive than if you just went and got a damn hot dog or a slice of pizza.
It's how they're controlling the population, Joe. The bottom line, there's too many people out here, and there's a certain amount of people that need to be eating pesticides. They have to die because of the traffic problem. Now, wouldn't you agree, Marianne? Isn't that some of the stuff that you guys try to talk about on your website?
Well, it's a lot better to not eat pesticides than to be hit by a car.
Well, what do you think about this? Like, I think
she said it's better to not eat pesticides than to get hit by a car.
Yeah. How do you figure that?
You'd rather be hit by a car than eat pesticides?
No, I said it's better to not eat foods with pesticides than to be hit by a car.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got mixed up. Never mind.
You know what? That "not" in the sentence just completely screws me up, and I don't know what you're saying.
I always get screwed up with the not. The not.
Yeah. Did you listen to our discussions about Joe? Actually, his we were talking about porno earlier.
Okay.
And
don't bring her into this.
Why, Joe?
Don't drag Marianne into this.
Why, Joe?
She already.
You had a thing for MILFs.
She already didn't want to come onto the show. She thought it was a scam. She thought we were going to rob her or something.
We're not going to rob her. I'm just asking. Like Joe likes to watch disgusting things. This is just to get off topic for half a second. You can tap out. I'll eat some of the organic salsa at any point. Joe likes to watch really disgusting things, pornography-wise, on the internet. Okay, and every once in a while
Is that true, Joe?
Yes.
And every once in a while,
Marion.
yeah, he's into like hot moms. I swear to God, that's.
Well,
like,
how is that
that's his thing.
disgusting? That I think an older woman can be a beautiful thing.
Look, hey, I'm not saying that they couldn't be a beautiful thing, but if you saw what these women were doing, it was filthy. I mean, you want to talk pesticides is nothing compared to what this lady was doing, and he got upset at me because I walked out.
I like organic porn. I like the women natural and not touched up. I like it regular. Do we have any calls? Do we have any opinions on any of this stuff? This is the ongoing debate about.
We have a lot of. I think we have a lot of intelligent calls here coming in.
Good.
Doug from L.A., man, what's going on?
Well, how you doing?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, man. If you go organic, don't ever stop. You got to stay with it, because the minute you start putting that other shit back in your body, you're just going to have the worst problems ever.
What do you mean? You're saying my shit smell horrible because I
got baby shits now. I did organic for 4 years, and I just started eating apples and chicken and shit. Just so busy I'm on the road, and it's
Wait. So what happened? So you're saying like you ate really healthy for a while, and then you started feeling great? Because I always hear that. If you eat well for a while, you all of a sudden you get this high. I've never felt it. I just feel like shit for 4 days, and then I have a burger.
I had no colds, no nothing. I was completely healthy for 4 years. I started eating, slowly but surely. Skin went to crap. I can't even take a dump in the morning like I want. It's awful.
Dude, but you know what, though? That's not just...
It's pesticides in his colon, Joe.
That's not just pesticides.
A clear-cut case.
I ate healthy. I ate healthy for 3... Sorry, I'm sorry. I got to think. I ate healthy for 3 months straight. No fried foods.
When? Not since I've known you.
No, you did. You were making fun of me because I didn't want to go get tacos the one night.
That's one night, Joe.
Yeah. But I wasn't drinking. I didn't drink any beer. I drank no dark liquor. I drank no soda, very little juice, no iced tea, no fried foods.
What were you? Well, what happened?
All wheat bread. If I was having bread, dude, I looked great. I felt great. I lost a lot of weight, and none of it was organic. I just was eating better. So that's my question, and I'm not trying.
Lifestyle.
I'm not knocking the organic lifestyle. Obviously, if you can eat something that doesn't have chemicals on it, you're better off. My skepticism comes in when you say, well, what about all these other people that live to be 90 years old, that never eat organic food, that have fine lives, except for the normal complications that come up with any average person's life?
And he's basically saying
organic food eating organic food isn't going to change your life, really.
What's the point of eating it then?
The point of eating it is that it is healthier food versus conventional food. It's better for the environment than conventional food. It tastes better, particularly local.
This apple was a little sandy.
Better.
I thought the apple tasted great.
A little sandy.
But is it going to change your
like
life? I don't think so.
Tastes like old.
It's not like you're saying you're going to live longer if you eat organic food.
I don't think we can make that claim. No.
Okay. Well, look, fair enough. Marianne is very diplomatic in this discussion. She's addressing all these things very fairly and hononestly. I think you're certainly not fanatical about this stuff the way some people get.
I leave that to you.
Thank you. We should probably take a break. We're at the.
Yeah, but before we go to break, any comment on Joe's porn watching? Just a little odd.
Well, he anything he does in his own time is his business.
Exactly, but he was watching it in the office. Before you jump on that, we were in the office. We were trying to prepare. We were trying to get prepared for this big interview. And Joe was watching. I
was watching for the show. We were going to pull audio.
She was dressed like Mother Teresa.
No, she wasn't.
Hey, you're listening to Uninformed. Bill Burr, Joe DeRosa. Keep it here.
Uninformed with Bill Burr and Joe DeRosa.
All right. Jesus Christ. Shut that shit off.
Well,
Joe DeRosa.
You were supposed to submit a CD. It was your turn.
It was, Joe, without a doubt. For the love of God, can you stop eating on the mic, Joe?
Yeah, you just said the granola. What do you want me to do? You ate some too.
Yeah, but I finished it.
I'm trying. I'm sorry. I'm not
sorry, Joe.
Raspberry Fields Forever granola.
Okay.
Milton, New York.
That was Marianne Hedrick. Thank you so much for coming on to the show. I guess I should have wrapped it up if I knew what the hell I was doing on the show. And the website, if people want to go out and get the organic food, because we actually tried some during the break, the salsa and stuff. It is delicious.
It's very
and
good.
my colon feels wonderful.
And she's urging you to buy locally.
Yeah, what is it? The
Local
Personal
food.
Farmer.
MyPersonalFarmers.com.
Well, thank you so much for coming on. I hope we
Thank
weren't
you
too
very
offensive
much,
for
Bill.
you, and thank you for informing us.
Yeah, right.
You're welcome.
All right.
Glad to be here.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you.
All right, awesome. So we're gonna. Do we have any more calls about the previous subject, or are we just moving on here?
I think we're moving on.
We're moving on here. Okay.
Enjoy.
All right. Okay, Marianne, we can hear you whispering on the microphone. She's like, okay, enjoy the pears. Enjoy the pears. The pears are the best.
The pears are. They look. Look, the apple was delicious. I really liked the apple, and the granola was good. I got yelled at for chewing it into the microphone.
Oh, Christ, I was trying to get this guy at
Bill.
McDonald's.
There's a guy at McDonald's?
Yeah.
What happened? We lost him?
Yeah, we lost him.
I love McDonald's.
We lost him.
You know that. Yeah. What?
We're just waiting for Marianne to leave. I know, she's like here, and we're like waiting to move on the show, and she keeps looking.
Marianne, thank you.
Thank you so much for coming. And thank you for all the food.
And look,
I feel better.
if I may say it, I think all right. She kind of swayed me on the. You guys kind of swayed me on the organic thing.
Joe, you're going to be eating quarter pounders till you have a stroke at 60.
Maybe I'll start an organic McDonald's.
Hey, that's a great call. What do you think Joe's going to die of? I say a stroke at 60. Call 866-WOW-1-WOW and tell me what Joe DeRosa is going to die of.
Okay.
I can just see you just. You're going to have a stroke. You're going to be you're going to be at the Friars Club with a cigar that's unlit because you can't smoke anymore because you're so in such awful shape.
Where was this when she was here? This is what I wanted. This is what I wanted when we had the
Hey,
guest
dude.
on.
I mean, I'm not. What am I supposed to do? Okay, I worked with what we had. She was a sweetheart. We had Marion Ross in here.
I wanted anger.
Huh?
I wanted anger.
You wanted anger with who? With her? She was a happy organic person.
From you. I am going to die with an unlit cigar, and I'm going to have a ham steak in front of me.
Okay, well, there's so many things. I'm just waiting for her to leave so I can make fun of how awful that was. Huh? I don't care, Joe.
Stop, dude. Don't be mean.
I'm not being mean. Why do you have that gay little sound in your voice? Hey, don't be mean.
They can hear the speaker.
All right, Joe. Well, if you whisper, they can still hear you. All right, Joe. What are you? Hell of it weather out there, isn't it, Joe?
I haven't figured out how this radio thing actually works. That they can actually hear me speak.
You know what's funny? You have no problem eating a fucking ham hock on the mic. You know what I mean?
This was. I thought we were going to.
This food was actually delicious.
It was. It was very good. I thought we were going to get into a big argument on the air.
Let's talk about how we thought that was going to go, Joe. What did you think was going to happen?
It was going to be a big argument. I thought you and I would argue and it'd be really funny. But we really didn't have that. We weren't arguing. There was nothing to argue about. Just so you guys know that are listening, we don't force the arguments. Like, this really is how Bill and I interact with each other. And sometimes you bank on
Sometimes
that.
it's painfully boring for a half an hour.
Sometimes you bank on the fact that you go, we'll probably argue about that. We won't agree on it. We never agree on things. And then we kind of agreed on this, and it wasn't.
You know what it was? It's because I actually said that you fucking won that first argument, and it puts you. I got to be more of a dick to you. That's how this show works, Joe. Okay, I have to keep the hammer down, and I have to trash you.
Where did Danny go?
I think Marianne's probably still here. She's probably putting salsa in his mouth. Hey, Dave from D.C., what do you think Joe DeRosa is going to die of? Dave, hello. Dave from D.C., what do you think Joe's going to die of?
I'm going to say suicide.
Suicide. What age?
I don't know, 50.
And how's he going to do it?
Shotgun.
Joe, yeah.
You are so wrong.
You're 30 years old.
If I was going to do it, it wouldn't be shotgun, because I'd be too afraid that I wouldn't get the good shot, and I'd be a fucking vegetable for the rest of my life.
Oh, yeah,
I would do it with pills. Why nobody does it with pills? I don't understand that. That is the only way. Do it with just pills. Why do people do it any other way than pills?
Because there's a man way of doing it, Joe. What are you gonna do? Put on your little pink little fuzzy slippers?
Yeah. I'm just
What are you, a starlet?
lay back with
You
a
gonna go
bag
out
of
like,
organic
You gonna go out
raspberry
like Marilyn
Fields
Monroe?
granola and just take some pills.
Tom, what's up? You're on Uninformed. What's Joe gonna die of? Tom, what's up? You're on Uninformed. What is Joe gonna die of?
A massive heart attack. Too many McDonald's hamburgers.
I will take that. I'll
What age?
take money on that.
What age?
What age? How old is he now?
He's 30.
30. Well, let's see. I'd say about 54.
54. This guy gave you an extra 4 years.
I like that. It's a nice soft number, too.
It's a respectable way to go out.
right,
All
all
right.
right.
Cool. Thanks, Tom.
No problem.
All right. We got, what do you say? A shotgun to the face at 50 and one final quarter pounder at 54. Hey, what's up? You're on Uninformed. What's Joe DeRosa going to die of?
Yeah?
What's Joe DeRosa going to die of?
Well, I was calling about the organic stuff.
That's
That's
bombed.
over.
It's over, dude.
Well, I'm a farmer from Montana, so I got a little extra insight for you.
Well, why don't you go blow an ice road trucker? Sorry, man. It's over.
After you, my friend.
Okay. All right, man. Thanks for calling. Why can't I hang up on this motherfucker? There we go.
Danny.
You're not smart enough to push the buttons.
He's right. I'm clicking.
I did. It's
I'm
ridiculous.
clicking the mouse. It's not
Every
going.
call, there's 2 seconds of silence before.
I fucking dude.
Are we
what,
all
what am I?
clear?
What am I? Bill Gates?
Danny, are we
Yes.
clear?
What?
Are they gone?
Yeah, they're gone.
Could they hear us making fun of them?
No.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hang on.
Hey, you're on Uninformed. What's Joe DeRosa going to die of?
He's going to die of stupidity.
For what?
Why won't this fucking thing hang up on that guy? That was still the first caller.
Keep blocking the phone. Click up number once. Don't click it twice.
This is brutal. Hello.
Christ, you really are
Hello?
old.
Hey, what's up, man? You're on Uninformed. What's Joe DeRosa going to die of?
He's going to jump off the GW.
Another suicide.
No way, dude. I would never do it like that.
That's 2 suicides, Joe.
All right.
I know. If anybody's calling at this point, Joe doesn't have the balls to do it in a. Oh, here's a good one. Hey, Dale from Missouri. What's Joe going to die of?
He's going to die of a heart attack, and he's going to be doing it, jacking it to porn.
Said you're gonna have a heart attack while you're jerking off. What age? What age?
70th.
There you
70,
go.
yeah, I'll live with that.
By you know what, Joe? By then you'll have one of those virtual reality sex suits.
The dude, I'm gonna get a
Jack
guy
and
that
your
lives
old-
to 98, like William S. Burroughs, where you're going, how the fuck is that guy still walking?
That's actually a creepy thing. You ever wonder, like how old do you think you're gonna be, Joe, when you finally just
dude,
drop?
I've thought about this at length for many nights. I can't picture myself as an old man. I keep thinking I'm gonna die tomorrow.
I think I'm just gonna keep doing chin-ups, and somehow this stuff's gonna still stay smooth.
I
Like, I'm not
always
gonna have
think that.
Even if you continue to work out, you still have that awful Clint Eastwood chest. You know, he still works out, but it's still like a prune.
His Heartbreak Ridge chest.
Yeah.
I always think I'm gonna die like next week, dude. Seriously, I always think like it's gonna. I can't picture being an old man with like grandkids and shit.
Yeah.
You know? It's weird. Like I can't picture it.
How do you want to die? Never, right?
No, never. I would do the Fountain of Youth thing in 2 fucking seconds. Take a big swig out of the Holy Grail.
What about
And
the
live
Ted
forever.
Williams thing?
What, the freezing thing?
Yeah, they chop your head off and then they freeze it, and then you wait for them to come up with a cure for having no body.
Is that what they do? Seriously?
Yeah, Ted Williams' head is like upside down in a meat freezer in Arizona.
Who the hell is Ted Williams?
Oh my God!
What?
What fucking dimension do you live in?
Who's Ted Williams?
I know who Frank Zappa is. I don't listen to his music.
Who's Ted Williams?
Ted Williams. He was a guy who played baseball.
Oh, all right.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
don't-
why I don't know who he is.
Yeah, I know, but
I was
Joe,
nervous
I mean,
for a
okay,
second. That he was
I don't know
a president or something.
I
that
don't.
should
I don't know the names of people in boy bands, but I've heard of O-Town.
All right, I know the name Ted Williams. but I
Danny,
don't
wouldn't you say that Ted Williams is a little bigger than O-Town?
Yeah, Ted Williams is probably one of the greatest baseball players
Chicks
ever.
know that.
All right.
It's one step below knowing who Babe Ruth is.
Oh no, it's not. It's not like Lou Gehrig or somebody like that, or Hank Aaron.
Here's a good one, Joe. Here's one. How you gonna die? Hey, Kyle, what's up? What's Joe gonna die of?
Joe's going to get suffocated by a 50-year-old hairy MILF twat.
That might have been the call of the night.
Hairy MILF twat. That's really disgusting.
Really is. Your last words are going to be back it up, Blanche.
Back it up, Mrs. Seagram.
I'm either going to die next week or I'm going to live to 100. That's how I always look at it.
That's
weird,
what I look
like,
at it,
I
too.
work out, enough, and I eat well enough, and I have good genes, but I stress like you can't believe.
Dude, that segment.
I'm hoping that they're balancing. Can we talk? Can we talk about? She left.
It was so brutal, dude.
Oh my God! And she just sat there. That was just. We gotta apologize to the Ice Road truckers and our other listeners. That fucking. I thought she was gonna come in. I just heard her like, I thought the show was a fake. I'm like, okay, this lady's a whack job. God, something's gonna happen. I'm telling you, man. That's how guests work. If you're looking at somebody like, this is going to be the most boring guest ever, they confess to a murder, and then when you get somebody who's absolutely a fucking lunatic, sort of, she's not that bad, but she seemed a little ditzy, it just goes nowhere.
These apples are really good, though. They are good, right?
They are good.
I can't believe you didn't like them.
I thought, dude, at some point, I had to disagree with something she was saying, just to try to keep it going, Joe.
Jesus, dude, she
if you had to compare that to a failed sitcom, what would you say? Hello, Larry?
That fucking thing you just did.
What one? Oh, the one I did? Oh, yeah. I shot a pilot this year. Isn't that funny when they tell you, hey, it didn't get picked up, and you gotta be like, oh, yeah, it's killing me. Look at this. Joe's gonna die of ass cancer, ball cancer, getting beaten. People are loving predicting your death. I like this. Hey, Matt in Maryland, what do you think Joe's going to die of?
Evening, guys. I just took a couple minutes and I thought about this. Joe's going to die at age 55, sitting by himself, sucking down a chicken bone and choking on it.
You know what? Dude, you know how almost accurate you are? I choke on food all the time because I eat too fast. I swear to God, that happens to me. At least once a week, I get food stuck going down where I have to guzzle water and just pray that it pushes the food down and that I don't have to throw it back up again. So that's very accurate.
Joe, I'm really concerned about you.
Bill, I'm disgusting.
You are. I was watching you. You were down Gotham headlining. I went down to check you out. You were fucking hilarious, but like your head is like you got that cab forward design. Remember the old Chrysler car where they, for some reason, thought it'd be better if they put the passengers closer to the front bumper? Remember that shit, Danny? What the fuck was that? This cab forward design. That from the side, your head, it's just, it's a little too...
Is it?
It's
I hope you
pushed
choke
up
on that
a little
fucking
bit.
Organic apple you're eating right now.
Just describing somebody's head having a cab forward design.
what were those cars Chrysler made?
I don't remember.
I don't know. It's funny, though.
Not the Lumina.
I know, I have bad posture. This girl I'm dating, the other day she's like...
She must have mentioned it.
She goes, I really like you. And I was like, why? I was like, I don't understand. Like, what, like, it upsets me almost, This girl has seen me butt naked, and she wants to continue to have sex with me.
For women, dude, it's a whole different story.
It really is.
Speaking of which, we have not had one female caller on this show ever.
No, we've had a couple.
Have we?
Yeah, we've had a couple in the past.
Well, I guess because we were coming up with stuff like, hey, how's Joe going to die? They're probably, oh, my God, that's terrible. Why do guys talk about stuff like that? That's disgusting.
Hey,
Joe, I have literally about 12 people.
Is this a new segment? How's Joe going to die?
Joe's going to die by AIDS. That's sort of standard. Here's one. I can't read the whole thing. Dave in Massachusetts, what's Joe going to die of?
He's going to go on this natural food kick, and you're going to throw him out the window for chewing into the mic.
Okay. There's one. I just gave him the token laugh. I was hoping it was going to be funny. But you got to admit, it was better than the guest. Woo!
I don't like this, by the way, at all.
What, the granola?
Yeah. I like the apple.
That's what we should have done. We should have just started trash. Her husband was in there, too.
Yeah, I know.
That fucking World War II vet. The second I saw it, I felt terrible.
I said this to you earlier. She really thought she was coming on like that radio show they do on Saturday Night Live where Alec Baldwin was like, try some of my sweaty balls. Or, like, she thought it was going to be like a radio show like that.
She was defensive because she said in the thing, I'm sorry you guys couldn't get a rise out of me.
Yeah.
It's like, sweetheart, we're not trying to get a rise. I mean, we're trying to have something entertaining.
I said to my lady friend the other night, I go, she has no idea that we're raging psychos and we're going to be screaming at each other the whole fucking time. She thinks
No, she smelled it. She smelled it out. I think she was nervous, Joe.
Well, you know what? It was when she heard you yelling cunt from the other room? That was probably had something to do with it.
Well, you think maybe if you weren't being a cunt, I wouldn't have yelled that before you put it all on me,
I'm not blaming you for yelling cunt. I'm just saying
you
brought
that up as a point.
I'm just saying she knew.
Joe, you won one argument. Don't get cocky.
Fucking.
Don't get
I'm
cocky.
not knocking you. I'm saying she knew. That's when she.
Hey, Danny, doesn't it look like Joe made that T-shirt?
No,
yeah,
it doesn't.
actually.
It really does. I was trying to save him from a pounding. He's going to go out to the clubs. He has a basic Hanes, Fruit of the Loom white T-shirt.
And he went to the craft shop and got some of those print-out iron-ons.
Exactly, yeah, those honeycomb
Shut
ones.
up with your PacSun T-shirt that you're wearing right now.
It's not PacSun, it's Foot Locker.
Oh, is it?
They sell that shit at Foot Locker?
Yeah.
The skulls and stuff?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's like their proprietary
I showed up
brand.
with my little drummer boy T-shirt, thinking we were going to have a drum battle.
Yeah, the drum battle's postponed, by the way, till fucking November.
No. We'll do it October.
Not because of me and Joe, because of these people here redesigning the studio. There's no place to put it up.
Let's plug it now. Next episode, October 22nd, or excuse me, 27th. The spooky Halloween extravaganza on Uninformed. On October 27th, we will feature the drum battle, and we have to have some kind of spooky guest. We should have like a fucking Satanist or something on that night.
No, you know what we should do, Joe? We should play the audio of you talking shit like you were the next Keith Moon.
We got it. We're going to play it on this show.
From the last one.
We're going to play it on this show. You want to play it?
Put it on. Put it on right now. For the people listening, so we can hype. Me and Joe are such nerds. We're actually going to have a fucking drum battle. The next show, even though it's stupid, just because Joe, God, you were talking shit last one. It's like, dude, you're a comedian. I respect you as a comedian, but you talk about yourself as a musician as if, I don't know, like you have a gold record and then you also do stand-up, and it's really annoying.
But I'm good at music. Why is that?
For a comedian. See, what I said was went out.
You've never listened to anything. You're just drawing a blank opinion.
Joe, I saw you play drums. That's what started this shit. I saw you play drums, and it was like watching fucking Fred Gwynn.
I'm actually a really good singer. And you would never know that, but I am.
Well, judging by the singing you've done on this show, you're awful.
I'm doing it to be funny, dude. I sang at comics the other night, and they were like, you have a really great voice. So you have a really nice voice.
No, maybe we should call them up and they could back it up. You know what?
Maybe we should.
I talked to this supermodel, and she said, yeah, you're really good looking.
I'll bring my band CD in as soon as it's done. I'll have it within the next 2 weeks.
Dude, they made Paula Abdul sound good in the studio.
No, we didn't.
Sing a song.
No. I'll bring in the CD and we'll play
Danny,
it.
would you like to hear Joe sing a song?
I think I pitch corrected my voice on the CD.
Joe, you know what you could do? Just like Milli Vanilli. Come on. Sing.
Fuck off.
Girl, you
want a backing
it's
track,
true.
Joe? Sure. What do you want? What song you want to sing?
I don't know. I'm not singing a fucking song right now.
You just said
I'm going to bring in my CD and we're going to play it.
See this, people, if you're listening, this is how I'm going to expose Joe. Joe is great at talking shit, but backing it up, not so much.
I will bring in the CD and play
Joe,
it.
you have a microphone. You're on the radio. People sing all the time on the radio.
I'm not singing on the radio.
Summer wind. Come on, Joe. Sing out of tune.
No, I'm not singing right now on the radio. Why? So why don't you just say, hey, everybody, call up and make fun of Joe right now? Wait, what do you want me to walk into this pounding?
Why not? You're the one who said you had a nice singing voice.
I can
And you know what,
sing.
Joe? I had a really rough flight. I would love to hear you sing right now. Danny,
go fuck yourself.
Wouldn't it be nice?
I mean,
a
if
nice,
you
peaceful thing? Maybe if you
it's one of
crooned
those-
to our guest, we would have had a better interview.
How do you bring up the fact that you can sing really well without then?
Isn't that the natural progression?
Yeah,
That is the natural progression.
This is like when
Why would you bring it up if you didn't want to showcase
It's like
it?
if a guy goes,
Danny asked you a question.
I'm answering it. It's like if a guy goes, I know how to fight. Yeah, prove it. I'll fight you right now. It's
No,
like,
it
I'm
isn't.
not
No, it
gonna
isn't.
fight
Because
you right
fighting
now.
hurts. Fighting hurts if you lose.
All right.
You're just going to sing a song.
But saying that you know how to fight almost
All right.
implies that you want.
You know what this is? You know what this is then? And you
should.
should know better, you cunt.
Joe,
This is when
don't
you
yell out the C word.
This is when you go at a party. What do? I'm a comedian. Say something funny. Tell me a joke. And you're like, no.
Joe,
Yeah, but it was completely.
You don't sing for a living.
It was
You don't
completely
sing for a living.
unprovoked where your
Bill,
statement came from.
I'm not. No, it wasn't. He was saying I'm not a good musician. That's where it came from.
He's an impartial person, a third party here.
No, he said that.
Is siding with me, saying, sing a fucking song, Joe.
I'm not singing a song. Tell a joke, Bill.
If I had a hammer, I'd hammer.
I'll bring my CD in next show and we'll play it.
Really? I'll bring a CD of me singing in then, and I'll have somebody.
Bill,
fix
do you
it.
really think that I'm gonna have that I had somebody doctor my vocals and I'm gonna bring in a fake CD?
I mean, come on.
Oh, for God's sake!
Yeah, Joe, that never happens in the music biz. Isn't that how it is? Did you have a mound of cocaine when you were cutting your album?
It was recorded 10 years ago at somebody's house. Trust me, we didn't have pitch correction software to whatever. The CD is getting burned as we speak.
It's not like he's got to tune up a guitar, right? You know what I'm saying? He's like in front of a microphone. You could fucking sing. You could fucking sing.
I'm not fucking singing.
Does anybody
on
out
the
there
air.
listening right now, truckers, maybe you want to get lulled to sleep by the wonderful sounds of Joe's golden
All right.
pipes?
Okay.
Call
Play the shit talk from last show.
866-WOW-1-WOW.
Play the shit talk from the last show.
He's avoiding. He's scared.
I'm not. I want to hear the shit talk. I want to hear if I sound like an ass or not.
Well, you tell you what. Why don't you sing the intro?
No, Bill. No, I'm not going to sing. It's stupid.
He's bitching. He's bitching up, right?
I'm not bitching. You're not going to do this. What do you think? You think Bill? I'm going to go, nobody calls me chicken.
Well, what's
going to do that right
what's
now?
the difference between playing the CD and just singing something now? I mean, it's the same voice, right?
Yeah,
so what's the
but
difference?
It's just like when
Joe,
you're
if
at
I
parties,
said
just
I
tell
was
me a joke, and you're like,
no,
just come to my show.
If I said I was a great juggler, there's a bowl of fruit out there. You'd be like, "Yo, grab some apples." I'd be like, "Oh, I'm not doing that. I'm not." I'll bring in a video. I'll bring in some audio of me juggling. And
you know what the difference is,
You can
Joe?
hear the fruit not hitting the fucking floor.
The difference is that you're not a singer. He's not attacking. He's not telling you to do your profession for you like a monkey.
I already made that point,
Wait a minute.
and he glossed
But
over
I am
it.
a singer. Just because I'm not a professional singer doesn't mean I can't sing. That's my point.
Oh.
Just because here's the thing, Danny.
Joe.
Bill's whole argument is if you don't do it for a living, you must suck at it, which is an inane.
No,
it's
no,
insane,
Joe.
that
You
argument.
said I can sing.
I can.
And I said you can't. And I said so sing.
I can. Maybe if I did it professionally, I wouldn't feel fucking goofy about singing a cappella for you right now. It's weird. It's a weird thing to do. It's awkward and embarrassing.
Well, you're the fucking idiot who said I could sing.
I
You
can.
brought
I'll
it
bring
up.
in a CD.
A CD.
Jesus Christ. I'll tell you what. If we went to karaoke, I would do
Get
it.
off of the mic. You're destroying my hearing.
Fine. Pull up the instrumental for Another One Bites the Dust, and I'll sing it right now.
I don't know if I have the instrumental.
Oh,
You might-
well, now who doesn't have it?
Because this is
Come on, Danny.
XM
You
doesn't
call
have a
it-
karaoke channel.
Danny, you call yourself a producer and you don't have the fucking track?
Well, whatever. Bring up some sort of top 40 shit. Joe DeRosa. I want to hear it.
Fine.
I want to hear your wonderful singing voice.
Let's do it.
Huh?
Bring it, bitch. This is like the night they told
Joe,
me to
I've
rap.
heard you sing, man.
This
Go ahead
is-
and do it.
this
Joe, there's
is-
no reason to talk. Just fucking
This is
do it.
like the night they told me to rap at the fucking Cellar, and everybody made fun of me, and then I did it, and everybody was like, "Oh, you know what? You're actually pretty good at that."
I said that for a comedian. You're a good rapper, but stop acting like you're Jay-Z.
Okay.
That's
Here
all
we
I'm
go.
saying, Joe.
Okay.
Joe, that's all I'm saying. That's how this whole drum battle fucking thing started. It's because you don't just play drums, you start walking around like you're Bonham, and then people give you shit. Here we go.
I need the lyrics, too. This is ridiculous.
Come on, Joe.
This is the most
Sing the song. This is great
I'm
radio.
never gonna get this.
I think this is where he comes in. I can't even look at you.
Hold on, dude. Hold on. You're making me laugh. I'll do it. Turn. Look away. Look away. Look away. Hold on. I'm gonna do it. Hold on, dude. I gotta stop laughing. Another one.
You sound like a guy in a shower. You sound like a guy in a shower.
This song's too ridiculous, dude. Put on a regular song.
You requested
I know, it's
You
too ridiculous
requested
now. I do
you
this
know
at
what?
karaoke. It's ridiculous.
This is the gayest. Just sit down, Joe. Stop.
It's ridiculous.
Joe, I can't even look at you. This is so. I'm embarrassed for you. Just sit down.
Bill, I can sing.
Joe. You know what you sound like? You sound like one of those freaks on American Idol.
I didn't even sing anything. I'm laughing right now.
Like a little girl.
Bill, I'm laughing. It's retarded.
That's. I don't understand.
I'll bring
if you say,
the CD
if
and
you
we'll
say
play
I
it.
can sing, and I said go ahead and sing. Well, I'm not going to sing up cappella Put some music
Fine, you want me to
underneath
sing?
it,
You know
and
what
then-
I'll do? You know
and
what I'll do? I'll
Joe,
sing.
I want you to shut your fucking mouth.
I'll sing one. I'll sing one. I'll
Why
sing.
don't you have some organic fruit or something?
I'll sing the joke for my act that I sing. Okay?
No, I don't want to hear it at this point. All right, Joe? Just forget the whole thing. You're
Look at
terrible. You're giggling like an asshole. And
Because it's fucking
you're
funny.
dragging this show down into the mud.
Oh, fuck you, dude. That was fantastic. That was fantastic. That was so funny. I'll sing the joke the song that I sing in my act as a joke. But you can't look at me. It's making me laugh. Do you understand?
Oh, do you want me to leave?
Kind of. I wish you weren't here. All right, what do you want to do now? We gotta take another.
No, we don't have to take another break. Hey, Danny, play. This isn't okay. Everybody just heard. You heard Joe talk all this fucking shit that he could sing. Comes down for him to sing. He starts giggling like a little girl. And this is why you're going to lose in this fucking drum battle, because I suck, and I know I'm better than you because of this shit right here.
I want to hear... Okay.
I think you're delusional.
So
I think
everybody
you're
take
delusional.
note of that shit talk that Billy just said. I know I'm better than you.
I said I suck, but I know I'm better than you.
You don't... See, here's the thing, though. You don't suck.
Compared to a fucking professional drummer,
No,
yes, I do.
Everybody doesn't have to be John Bottom to be a professional drummer. You're so limited in your thinking with that.
I'm not, Joe. But
It's incredible.
No, it's called having a fucking respect for musicians.
Let me ask you something, Bill. Bill, let me ask you something. I know for a fact I can sing better than Joey Ramone could, okay? Does that mean he gets more respect because he was a professional singer? Or what? You know, it's
why
like...
don't you pick somebody who's fucking alive and would actually come on this show?
But that's
Can
my
you
point,
sing better than
dude.
Danny?
It's like you're acting like just because you get a paycheck, it means you're good at it. It's like there are a lot of terrible singers that get paychecks, dude. It's like, what the fuck does that mean? I'm not saying I'm great. I'm just saying I'm a good singer. I sang in a bunch of bands. I did well. I used to get compliments.
And I just said to do it, and you didn't do it.
Because it's ridiculous, Bill. I'm trying to sing Another One Bites the Dust in a room with you, and we're all alone. It's weird, okay?
Hey, Raven, you're listening to Uninformed. What do you got to say?
Just
Hey, girl.
Yes, girl. And Bill's awesome, and Joe's okay, I guess. I don't know. Trying to do shit, right?
You know what, dude?
All right, thanks for calling in.
Fuck yourself, Raven, you cunt.
Joe.
I'm so sick of that.
Finally, we're trying to build some sort of a
her.
female voice.
Fuck you.
On this show, too, and look what happens. Look what you do. You lash out, you know.
Joe's okay, I guess. I never saw him on HBO, so
Well, Joe, if you sang, they would have loved you. Eddie Murphy did a whole bit on that. All you got to do is sing.
Steamboats turn around the street. I'm joking. Do you understand I'm joking?
Oh,
I'm
okay.
not really trying to
You know what
sing
he's
it.
like? He's like a guy. You ever beat a guy in a video game and he goes, "Oh, I wasn't trying anyway."
Oh, yes. The button was stuck, right?
Dude, it's, yeah, I was really trying to sing Another One Bites the
Why don't you
Dust.
put that on a T-shirt and sell it
Yeah,
after
You want me
the
to pull
show?
up
yourselves.
Party All the Time? You could try that.
By the way, look how these apples don't turn brown after they sit out in the air like normal apples
They
do.
were good.
That's fucking weird.
I think this one did. I think your saliva is so toxic, you fucking vampire.
I preserved
it. Joe is so full of preservatives, he can bite into an apple and it doesn't turn brown.
I'm fucking amazing.
Well, you guys want to do the drum battle audio? Because that's right.
Yeah, why don't you play that so we can give people like 'cause seriously, I have this is what it is. I have respect for musicians, professional drummers.
So do I.
So I would never the same way it would annoy me if there's a funny guy at the office and he starts walking around me like he's a comedian. That's all I'm saying, Joe.
I'm not walking around professional drummers like I'm a professional drummer.
Joe, you get a couple of music gigs and you start saying you're on tour like you're in Bon Jovi, and I give you
Jesus
shit about
Christ
it. I mean, I think it's great what you're doing. I saw you rap shit. I thought it was great. For a comedian, it was fucking phenomenal.
Stop saying for a comedian. It's a good rap record
Fine,
either
and compared
way.
to Jay-Z, you suck.
No, Bill. Actually,
there's no winning with them.
But this is my point. We have actual fucking signed rappers that record in the studio where we record that hear our shit and go, "We want to do a track with you guys. You guys are great."
Once again,
I mean,
once again,
dude. It's like
he just keeps bringing up these fucking people. I mean, what am I supposed to do with that, Joe? There's this guy in
I'm not
Philadelphia.
lying, Bill. You know me well.
Well, you
enough to know
just
I'm
said
not
you could
making it
sing
up.
and you didn't do it
Because it's ridiculous to sing to you in the
well,
studio.
Here's what's going to happen on the next Uninformed. We're going to have the drum battle. We're also going to have to review Joe's CD.
Fine.
And I think
Fair.
we're going to bring in some karaoke tracks for Joe to sing along.
for Joe to sing. And you know what, Joe? You've seen
the fucking jester of the show. All of a sudden, I got to just fucking.
I can be swayed. Don, what's up? You're on Uninformed.
You guys are friggin' hilarious. I don't even know what to say to you because I keep changing what I'm going to say. Everything you say is hilarious. I wanted
Thank
to
you.
say, Joe.
Yes.
You are fabulous. You're well-spoken. I'm sure you're very talented. And even if you aren't talented, you're so confident. It's like it's just oozing out of the radio. And I have been driving listening to you for freaking hours.
I'm telling you, nobody talks shit better than Joe DeRosa, but you saw when, I mean, talk about confidence.
No,
he goes.
You have such a rapier wit. I'm surprised Joe isn't sitting there full of blood. You guys are awesome. It's like Wayne's World for the new millennium, and you're on crack in somebody's face.
Jesus Christ, can you type that in a paper? Maybe we can get 9 listeners to this show? All right, thank you.
I would love it, love it, love it if you guys could get something on TV. I'm telling you, I would love it. You guys are
Okay,
awesome.
all right, thanks a lot, Don.
For freaking hours. You're great.
Thanks,
you.
Don. Thanks.
Jesus, see, every
Thank
once
you.
in a while you have a woman come in, she builds you up. Yeah, but
That was nice.
she didn't bring up Joe, because you do have, because it is funny, because he does talk shit. He actually said that he could rap when he was down the cellar, and all these big comics were down there, and he fucking did it. I wasn't there that night, and he won him over, which is the shit, dude. I totally give that up, okay? But all I'm saying, I'm just halfway fucking around, but you talked all that shit, and I thought you were going to sing, and then the song came on, and you just started giggling like a Girl Scout.
Dude, I was laughing. It was ridiculous. I'm singing one of the gayest disco songs of all time. You're sitting there waiting for me like this. Like I'm outside your fucking window with a guitar.
I wasn't. I swear, I was literally not even looking at you.
It was ridiculous. It was making me laugh,
Yeah,
dude.
but you're the one who talked yourself into that situation. Jesus Christ,
All right,
that was not on the outline, was it?
Play the drum dial, because I
All
want
right.
to see how much of a douche he really
All right,
sounds
Don,
like.
you like the way Joe talks shit? Here's Joe from last Uninformed. This is how this whole stupid drum battle, which I don't know, ever know has even happened in radio history, that two DJ, whatever, hosts of a radio show are such cunts to each other that they're going to have a fucking drum battle. Play the audio. This is Joe talking like he's the next John Bonham. But, dude, I saw you play drums. You sucked.
He hits well.
You suck. He hit hard, dude.
Bill,
my kit never recovered.
Bill,
And he goes, and he had that same stupid attitude. Shut up,
that's
Bill.
insulting.
I hit hard, man.
Bill, that's insulting.
What, my opinion?
No, I don't suck, Bill.
My
I played,
opinion?
Bill, I was a jazz drummer for years in high school. I was the main jazz drummer
Christ.
of our jazz band.
How good was the band in your fucking high school?
Bill, let me finish. Let me finish.
Can you let our guest? We have
I
a guest,
played
Joe.
I
It's
played
not all about you,
drums.
Joe. We have a fucking guest.
Don't say I sucked at drums. That's a really.
I said it, and I'll say it again,
That's a
Joe.
really bold, fucking empty statement you're making.
It's not bold.
and it's
not
insulting.
empty. I saw it, and
you watched me play your set for 2 minutes, and you, as usual, you went for the.
Thank you.
Did you see? I played jazz drums for years. It was just like you did everything but say you hung out with Max Roach. I get it. No, Joe, I like that you do that, man. I hedge my bets. I'm a hedge my bets. The best I'll say is, for a comedian, I'm a decent drummer. But as far as another drummer, man, you know what it is, dude? Because I always time I wish I was great at that type of shit, but I fucking walk into the Guitar Center, there's always like some 8-year-old kid who's like a prodigy.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
And you just realize that you suck.
I throw all chips up in the first hand.
Oh, you're one of those? Yeah, when you go to a casino, Joe, how quick are you out?
Oh, immediately.
Oh, here's a good one, Joe. Here's one for yourself. What happened? I just lost the caller. No, I lost the whole screen.
Oh, what did you
Danny?
do?
What do you mean what I did? I moved the mouse.
All right, well, let's play more of that audio, though. That was bold,
funny.
fucking empty statement you're making.
It's not bold.
And it's
not
insulting.
empty. I saw it, and
you watched me play your set for 2 minutes, and you, as usual, you went for the joke instead of actually letting me play something. You made fun of how hard I was hitting your drum when I hadn't played in a year.
Destroying.
When I hadn't played in a year.
He was
I was destroying it.
Dude, I swear to God, like he was. It was like when.
Was it like Animal from the Muppets?
Yeah, but like if his fucking joints didn't work. He was. I didn't know what he was. I thought he was like literally trying to make this. It was like the electronic kit that you bought off of me.
Yeah, I did.
I don't know what he was trying
destroyed.
to do.
It doesn't work. I don't know why you just spent $1,500 for that kit, because it doesn't work anymore.
He was just bashing the shit out of the fucking thing. It was like I don't know. It was like he was trying to kill a bug.
Dude, what are you bashing the shit out of? What are you talking about?
Why are you whispering?
Do you? Because I'm trying to not yell again.
Oh, okay.
Do you hit your drums when you play that? You play the drums. You fucking hit the fucking drum.
Yeah, I know, Joe. Exactly. But there's a finesse to it that I was just lacking, Joe. You look like you look like
you
know
practicing
what it was, Joe?
the wrist exercises.
You know what it was, Joe?
DVDs
you know what it was, Joe? You fed up. You were fascinated by it. You know what it was, Joe? You look like you were like remote control, like someone would just bought you, like from PlayStation. drummer Joe, and you just he was trying to learn how to control your limbs.
I wasn't fascinated, by the way. We had just become friends. It was one of those things where you have a new friend and he wants to show you something he thinks is cool. So you're like, yeah, it's great, dude.
We weren't new friends. I showed it to you literally like 6 months ago. I've known you for 3 years.
No, you didn't.
Or a year ago.
We weren't friends till a year ago. We knew each other. We weren't really friends till a year ago. We weren't really friends till we started doing this show.
Joe, I'm not friends with you right now.
How dare you?
How dare I what?
Say something like that.
Mock this plastic friendship? Oh, Bill. Let me tell you something.
You went out to L.A. and you changed, man. I don't need anybody. I'm going straight to the top.
Whatever, Joe. You know what the thing is? The whole reason why we're doing this is because both of us were basically going to make complete asses out of ourselves.
Yeah, it's going to be funny.
And that's the only way to get callers. But here's one who's loving you right now, Joe. Luke, what's up, man? You're listening to Uninformed.
Hey, Joe. You're not funny. My Uncle Chuck could kick your ass, you fucking motherfucker.
It's a 6-year-old kid.
You stink, you fucking asshole. My Uncle Chuck could kick your ass. And I play guitar, too.
All
right, well, thanks for calling, Luke.
You're welcome.
Dude, we gotta keep that audio. You stink, you motherfucker.
I think we were laughing over it though.
No, I think that one was clean.
Was that clean? All right. See that, Joe? That's what you bring out of the youth.
You stink, you motherfucker.
You bring that out of the youth of America. All right.
That was great. Are there any other children that will call? Like, if you have a... Never mind.
Yeah, why did I just mouth that? We have no callers right now, Joe.
Okay.
I think we took the drum thing a little too far. That's what's going to happen on the 27th.
Play the last bit of... There's one more audio.
Yeah, there's one more cut.
Play that last bit before we go to the break here. In the year.
You're actually pissed because I watched you fucking beat the shit out of my fucking...
I'm not a bad drummer. I'm not a bad drummer.
For those of you listening at home, Billy has stood up and is finger pointing.
I will challenge you.
I will challenge you. Like a bad call.
I will challenge you.
To what?
To a drum off.
Ooh.
And I haven't played in 2 years.
Okay, Joe. What do you want to do this, Joe?
Cut that, Duffy.
You know what I realized? This is what Joe does. This is Joe. What Joe did to me is what I've seen him get out of fights in bars doing this. Like on 3 different occasions, I've been in bars with Joe, and Joe, any size, any race, Joe will be. He has this way of talking shit while backing up and sort of being obscured by other people. And somehow he gets away with it. I think that's what you're trying to do to me.
This is what I do. What I did there, it really was... I'm actually very proud of myself what I did. I elevated it to a point where I challenged you into entering into a situation with me, the drum battle, where you will make as much a fool out of yourself as I will of myself.
But that's my...
I shit-talked you into making a fool out of yourself with me. We all go down together now.
Joe, you think I didn't want this? Second I saw you fucking play, I was like, I'm all over this. I wonder if there's any truckers out there that actually play fucking drums and could actually judge it. Hey, what's up, man? You're listening to Uninformed. Fuck Christ's sake. Hey, I pressed the button. You're listening to Uninformed. What's up? It's clicking.
No, he's screening that call. That's not one that's up for you to take.
Well, the X is there.
That means that.
You know what? I'm a fucking
guys in the other room screening.
It's the XM Radio internship program.
All right.
Go ahead. What? All right. Is that all for the audio, the drum battle?
Yeah, that's all.
It?
Okay, that's what's coming up on the 27th. Do we need to take a break here?
You don't have to. You can
really
keep going
feeling
if you
like a break time here.
You can do that.
And then when we come back, we're going to do some what? What's going to keep you out of heaven?
What's going to keep you out of heaven? You have some big gig that Robert De Niro is going to be at. I want to hear. I want to hear all about that. Okay. You're listening to Uninformed. Bill Burr, Joe DeRosa. If you want to make fun of us, call 866-1WOW1.
Wow. Voice your strong opinion right now. 866-WOW1WOW. That's 866-969-1969.
What's up? We're in the final hour of the Uninformed Show with Bill Burr and Joe DeRosa. Joe, that's more what? Frank Zappa from what album?
Chic Your Booty.
I don't know. Sounds all right. Some of it's all right. I don't know, Joe.
He's got a lot of different phases. I think there is...
Well, here's a kid with an opinion. Maybe you want to listen to this. Hello, you're listening to Uninformed. Hello, you're listening to Uninformed.
Hey.
I don't want to talk to you.
Am I on?
Yes, you're on.
Yeah, you're on.
Oh. Hey, Joe, you stink. I never want to hear you again. Joe? I mean, what? The guy you like?
Bill Burr.
Bill Burr? You hate the Red Sox. You're an all-time Cardinal fan. And Joe, you're gonna die full of mutated crabs. and you're gonna die and you're gonna deserve to go to heck.
Okay, thanks for calling. Jesus Christ.
You're going to die from mutated crabs.
No, you know what he needs to do? He needs to learn to close with your dirty stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He opened dirty, went clean at the end. You're going to go to heck.
Is that how you do it?
Yeah.
I've been trying to curse less.
I am too. I'm trying to say fuck less. It's really hard, man.
Yeah, you ever just been on stage and you start feeling like, all right, what do you think about, Dan, let's ask me impartial. What do you like better? A clean or a dirty comedian?
It doesn't matter. I mean, as long as the material's good. I mean, I don't care how many fucks or shits is in there. I mean, if the material's funny material, it's funny. Like, I mean, Regan is hysterical and he's perfectly clean.
Yeah, that guy's unbelievable.
You know, but I love Patrice or Bill just as much.
Yeah, I don't know. I read this whole article just on how filthy everything's becoming, and I'm sitting there agreeing with it, going, "Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's rap music," and then I'm looking at my act, going, "Ugh, I guess I'm part of the damn problem."
Well, dude, you're not dirt. Look, dude, dirty is, pussy eating jokes. That's dirty. I mean, dirty to me isn't cursing. But there's also, you just sound, I don't know, dude. I feel like that too. You sound unintelligent though when you curse a lot, and then you say, I'm just saying fuck so much.
It definitely
for no
gets
reason.
more laughs. You can definitely be a lull, and you throw the F word in there. It definitely gets you more laughs.
Well, because it's an emphasis. It's an emphasis tool, whatever. So you say, hey.
Do you have indigestion right now, Joe? You seem to be having difficulty breathing over there.
I have a sinus infection, and it's bothering me. But yeah, look, you throw a fuck into something, and it's just funnier, dude. Are you out of your fucking mind?
Yeah.
That's just funnier. Are you out of your mind?
Dude, I'm so bad. I go on auditions, and I throw fuck into the script.
For sitcoms and stuff?
No, not for sitcoms, but if it's already sort of a rated R movie, and I don't know what to do with the line, I will throw the word fuck in there.
God damn, man. Yeah, it's... How do you not, but I have nights where I won't curse at all. Like, I've done that. Like, I'll go on stage and I'm like, I'm not going to curse at all. And then...
there's this gig you have coming up. This big gig, De Niro's going to be there. Is this one of these work clean kind of gigs?
I'm hosting this thing called Trop Fest, and it's like the short film festival showcase for the Tribeca Film Festival. It's tomorrow, actually.
Yeah, for people listening, that's the big film festival here in New York City.
Yeah, there's gonna be like 10,000 people there. It's pretty
nice.
insane.
Casting directors.
Yeah,
you're gonna go down there, dress up a little bit there, Joe.
I'm gonna wear a blazer. I'm gonna wear one of my blazers on stage.
Wear one of those. Please give me a deal.
Yeah, exactly. Please, I'm diverse.
Get me an agent blazers.
I have different looks. I'll take my glasses off in between certain jokes so they can see. Like it's one of those cards where you have the three headshots.
Hey, when they say De Niro's going to be there, what does that mean?
He's going to be there watching the event, yeah.
He's going to watch you do stand-up?
He's good friends. De Niro's apparently is good friends with the director, the movie director that started this event.
See, he meets cool celebrities. I don't. You know who I met today? I'm in L.A. I met the dog whisperer. I swear to God. And Ja Rule. That's why I just see...
Celebrities suck now. They suck now. They're not... Like De Niro, that's such a callback to like when celebrities were cool, when they were tough.
Yeah, they just don't seem tough anymore. Like back in the day, you know, we were talking about this shit, like I would never want to fight Charles Bronson or Lee Marvin. Those fucking guys were like 5'5", 5'6", 140 pounds.
Yeah.
But you look at Brad Pitt, who's shredded, 6'2". You're just, he's a fag.
No, we're talking about his long hair and his beard. He doesn't look like a creepy, tough guy. He just looks like some guy who lives in a commune that knows how to make chutney from scratch or something.
It's the guys back in the day. The guys back in the day, they never highlighted their hair. And they actually hit women. Sean Connery advocated it. He was talking to Barbara Walters. Yeah, every once in a while you give him a back of the hand.
Did he say that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was a big controversy.
That's the great line from Play It Again, Sam, when Woody Allen is talking to he has these fantasies through the whole movie where he keeps talking to Humphrey Bogart. and about his women problems, and Bogart's like, I never met a dame that a good smack in the mouth couldn't straighten out.
Wow.
It was a completely different...
Do you think you'd hit a woman? Back in the 40s. Back in the 40s.
Oh, in the 40s?
If it was socially... You know, you're watching Tom and Jerry. They're Thomas? They're doing all that shit.
And then my woman came out and goes, that's racist.
You just wouldn't give her a smack?
By the way, I did the research. That character's name was called Mammy Two Shoes.
Oh, Jesus. All right.
Mammy Two Shoes. Danny, back in the day, you know, you're in there, you got your little fedora on. It's 1938. We're not in the war yet, you know. Your woman steps out of line. You're coming out of the Depression.
It was
the
a
New
different
Deal.
time.
You're swinging your pocket watch around, right?
Little zoot suit on. She steps out of line. She gets a little fresh.
I might have to.
It was different back then.
It was acceptable.
See, but that's the thing. That's the fucked up thing is women did less to get hit for back then, but you could hit them. Now they do tons of shit. They deserve a fucking smack for.
They deserve a body slam. You can't do anything.
God damn, that's fucked up.
What's your cutoff year, Joe? If you existed in the past, what's the last year you'd smack a woman in the face?
1973.
73. What kind of car are you driving? I can see that.
Eldorado.
Yeah, getting rid of. Oh, that's hilarious.
I go up. I would go that far. I would go that far.
You'd say 73,
and I'd go up to 95 if it was if I had some sort of government mercenary related position where I was interrogating a woman.
Oh,
you know,
shit!
Tell me where she is. You know, like one of those things.
And I'm saying out of anger. I'm not saying. Well, then there's the below the anger hit. Then there's the for Christ's sake get a hold of yourself. You know, in the old movies when they would just be losing their minds, and you slapped them to help them.
I love that.
They actually showed
shaking them like a rag doll.
Yeah, the brighter side of domestic violence. There was another slap where you hit them when they were just like crying hysterically.
Yeah, it's for your own good.
Yeah, because you're such a John Wayne kind of guy and you can't deal with any of your emotions, let alone somebody else's. You literally slap the shit out of them just to get them to stop.
That's hilarious. You slap somebody to help them.
Danny, what's the last year?
For your own good.
What's the last year you'd smack a woman?
If I lived in the past.
If you lived in the past.
I would probably say 70. I think you're allowed to smack a woman all through the 60s, but I think 70 is the cutoff.
1970, and what about 1971 would make you enlightened? Muskrat Love, did that song come out yet? By Captain and Tennille album?
It just seems like that would be the cutoff.
You got your first Ted Nugent CD, and you said, that's it. I'm turning over a whole new leaf.
I'd say about I'd like to think 58, but because of my temper, I'm going to say 67. 67 Corvette Stingray. You know, she's looking at another guy. We're going to the beach for some reason, even though I'm a redhead. You know? She's sticking her head through the fucking T-top. And
how would you do it?
How would I do it?
How would you do it?
I would act like I was reaching over to the 8-track, and I think I'd hit it with an 8-track. I'd pull it right out of the thing. Maybe that's what it is. She's listening to the Archies, the same stupid fucking music, and I just pull it out and I just smash her in the face with it.
There's a window, dude. There's a window. This is where I think you guys are missing out in the 70s, okay? There's a window from probably 69 to 76 where the playing field got leveled a little bit more. And there was probably a window of time there where women were doing things where they deserved to get wrapped in the fucking jaw like they do now, but you were still kind of allowed to hit them. And it was like there was a very brief passing ships moment where everything was right in the world. Where you're like, what happened? She fucking said this and I smacked her.
It was in the perfect balance. It was enlightened that maybe you shouldn't always do it, but then they also didn't get the free pass. Well, here's a guy with an opinion. Hey, what's up, man? You're on Uninformed. What do you think?
Listen, Money Penny, don't make me smack you around. 1973 or not?
He's saying all bitches after 1973 should be what? Smacked around?
I'm saying that you got to smack your bitches around, Barbara. And when you smack them, you got to smack them good in hotel lobbies and elevators.
Oh, this guy's old school. Yeah, in the public, right?
I'm saying, you remember that whole thing with Sean Connery when he got caught for smacking this actress in an elevator or something in this hotel? He's like, hey, shut up, bitch.
Oh, so you were doing a Sean Connery impression. Oh, I get it. I didn't know what it was. No.
That's why I said Moneypenny. That was like the chick that used to help out Bond all the time.
Oh, no, I never used to watch
it. It was hilarious, dude. I loved it.
Oh, yeah.
All right, at least you got it, Joe. You know, I'm on your side, brother. Do me a favor. Smack his ass down in the drum battle.
Done deal. For you, sir. I will do it.
Oh, man. So, I don't know. I think I would go, I don't know. Anybody else? Anybody out there have an opinion? Like, I'm trying to think growing up that I think it wasn't until the 80s when I saw someone, I remember in high school, I saw somebody in a bar punch a girl in the face.
Oh, Jesus.
And it was 98% horrifying, and 2% of it was kind of funny just because it was so fucked up. I mean, it was bouncers. It was one, you know.
Dude, I saw...
Women can give birth. I mean, you can't take a fucking...
I saw a dude
shot to the head.
Fuck a chick up the other night, man. I called the cops to help her. She was trying to leave this guy. I swear to God, she was trying to leave this guy.
Why didn't you jump in there like fucking Steve McQueen?
Because he looked like fucking, what's his face?
The kind of a psycho who'd actually hit a woman.
Did you ever see House Party?
Yeah.
Remember the guy that's like, we're gonna kick your fucking ass? That's what the guy looked like. And I was like, there's no fucking way I'm going after this guy. He will beat the piss out of me, right? Dude, but this chick was trying to leave him. She had a packed suitcase, and she was walking out. He fucking grabbed her, dude. He fucking threw her down on the ground, picked up her suitcase, and he's going, stop with that dumb shit. Get the fuck in the house, right? So I called the cops.
Jesus Christ.
It was horrible.
Were they filming an episode of Law & Order?
Dude, it was horrible.
This real?
I called the cops. 4 cops came. I described them to a T. Like, I just remembered exactly what they were wearing.
Did you do that house party impression?
Yeah, like this. Yeah, exactly, right? And the cops went, and I was like, man, that was fucked up. But then I was thinking about it. Why do they always leave when the guy's home? Like, it's always like, why do they always do the big production? Like, that's it, I've had enough, I ain't gonna take no more. And they're packing the fucking, they're throwing the shit.
They want one more ass kicking before they leave.
It's like, don't leave at 9 p.m. after he's had the 6-pack after his day at the factory and he's fucking furious, all right? Leave it, he's gone.
He's supposed to set the bed on fire.
Eat a bowl of cereal and fucking go in the morning. Why are you leaving right now, man? That's so dumb.
What are you saying? So she deserves to get beaten again?
No,
Jesus, Joe.
That's not what I'm saying. But I'm just saying, like, that's such a dumb move, man. Like, why would you not leave during the day when the coast is clear? It's just like such a bad time to fucking leave. But dude, it was scary, man. This was beyond, like, you know.
I don't even understand some of these captions. These are people talking about hitting women.
What is that?
Hey, what's up? You're listening to Uninformed. What's up, Rob from Georgia?
Hey, what's up? I wanted to give my take on why I'm not going to be able to make it into heaven.
Oh, okay. You're jumping ahead in this show? Yeah.
We're not on it yet, buddy.
Call back later.
We're not on that yet.
Hey, what's up, man? You're listening to Uninformed.
This is Heath.
What's up, Heath?
Well, I'm from Alabama, and I wanted to explain our rule of thumb to you. You can, as far as I know, still technically beat your wife or your child with a stick no larger than your own thumb.
How did that not get taken off the books?
I have no idea.
Are you serious?
I guess when you don't take slavery off, you're not really going to worry about the beatings.
Oh yeah, you know, we don't like the blacks down here still, and I don't.
You don't mind when they play for the Crimson Tide, though? You guys going to beat Georgia this week or what?
Shit, I don't know, man. I don't give a fuck about football.
All right, man.
Well, you ever hear Bobby Kelly talk about the goon arm, where you take where it's like you're not hitting a girl, but you just grab her real forcefully by the arm and kind of drag her around?
No, I bet that's unique to Bobby Kelly.
But it's my new favorite bit. There's this girl that I hang out with, and it's just really funny in like a group to just, when you see a group coming the other way, you just go, oh, yeah, let's do the goon arm, and you just grab her, and as you pass the group, you just go, what the fuck did I tell you? What the fuck did I tell you?
Dude, yeah.
They fuck, but the problem is I can only do it for like 7 seconds because I start to get really paranoid that someone's
actually gonna
someone's gonna like either punch me or call the cops or something.
Rachel Feinstein, very funny comedian who's been a guest on the show. She and I do that in public sometimes. We'll be hanging out, and like we'll be in like a store. It's the best is when you do it when there's a store that's multi-levels, like, and we'll start on the bottom floor, and then we'll have to go up the stairs to get out of the store, and she'll be like, can I just look at something? And I'll grab her arm and I go, let's fucking go right fucking now, shut the fuck up, right? And I literally drag her up the stairs, and she's going, you're hurting me, why are you doing that? Dude, people are like, what the fuck? Nobody does anything.
Nobody does anything.
And then we go outside, we laugh our asses off.
But I'm afraid that someone's going to do something.
Yeah, because what you're going to do is you're going to find the kid who watched his mother getting beaten, and he's just going to snap.
It's just a law of averages. The more I do it, the closer I am to getting a punch in the face. So I think I'm just going to have to quit that.
That really is one of the few horrific things. You can actually just go around and you don't like pretend to murder somebody. But that domestic violence thing is just so easy to pull off. Yeah.
Dude, I was hanging out with Marina Franklin one time. Another very funny comedian.
Stop dropping names here.
And friend of ours. We were hanging out. We were getting off the subway, and we were walking to do a show somewhere. And we saw a chick getting like what looked to be that she was getting assaulted in the lobby of the subway. But it was like 9 o'clock at night. There was tons of people around. She wasn't really fighting back too much. She was just yelling help, right, with this guy.
What?
Right. She wasn't like fighting though. She was just going, help, help, somebody help me, like that. But she wasn't fighting the guy in any way.
So you're saying she was given a bad read to her?
We were watching it. Nobody helped her. We were watching it, and we were both like, you know what? We've both thought it was a scam. We both felt like it was some kind of scam. Because people do that. People fake, like, confrontation so you get involved, and then they rob you. They both turn on you and rob you.
There's Bonnie and Clyde's out there pretending like they...
Yeah. I'm serious. I'm not kidding. That happens.
Well, I've heard people go, could you help me? I got a flat tire or something like that.
That too,
and then you don't actually start mimicking another crime to then commit another crime. Do some people start robbing a bank so they could fucking, I don't know what, steal?
It's crazy. I was out on a date with a girl one time, and I was like, do you want to go back to my place? And she's like, no. I don't even know you, right?
Right.
I go, what do you think I'm going to do? You know, do you think I'm a psychopath or something? She's like, I don't know you. I can't go back to your place. I'm like, all right, whatever. So we kept talking, and I eventually told her that story about me and Marina, and she's going, that's fucking bullshit. You didn't do anything? You didn't get involved? I go, you won't even come back to my apartment with me because you think something's going to happen. You're going to jump into a rape in progress and give this guy a fucking freebie? like, you know what I mean? Like, shut the fuck up. You wouldn't have done anything either.
All right. Here's a guy with a suggestion. Hey, John, what's up? You're on Uninformed.
Yeah, I want to tell you that goon hand works. If your chick starts ragging on you or anything and tries to get the upper hand or whatever, if you just grab her by that elbow fat and you lift and you kind of push her out of the room, she gets so scared. She has no idea what's going on. She just, what are you doing? What's going on? I don't understand. Let go. And you could just, what Bobby says, it works. You just kind of smile and you just walk out the room. And
no, Bobby was saying to do it in a joking way. You're actually really doing it.
Well, it works.
Well, okay. Well, John, thanks for calling in.
You gotta do the goon arm, dude.
Yeah, thanks for... This guy's actually pro. We're just sort of fucking around, man. All right.
What you do is you grab her by the arm fat, and you drag her out of the
Here's a blind guy with a suggestion. Hey, you're on Uninformed.
Yo, what's up, brothers?
Hey, man.
Check this out. I'm a blind dude from New York City, and my wife and I used to walk down really crowded streets like East 9th Street, where it's like really narrow in New York City, like down on the east side. And I'd hand her my cane, and she'd act like she was a blind person, and like I could see. And then like she'd walk into like a parking meter, and like act like all hurt, and then punch me and be like, "You dick! You walked me into shit again!" And then like we'd walk in the middle of traffic, and she's like swinging and hitting cabs and shit. Hilarious.
That's funny.
Dick.
I felt bad because he was blind, and I didn't want to tell him that his fucking story was bad, but he sounded like the coolest blind guy ever. Hey, check this out. I'm fucking blind over here.
Hey, so I'm moving and I'm shaking.
Okay, here's Ed, who's going to tell us something. Ed, what's up? You're on Uninformed.
Hi.
Hey, Ed, how are you?
Good. How you doing?
Doing good.
I just want to chime in on that the whole deal with smacking your bitch around.
Right.
I don't think it's cool.
Oh, in 2007 it isn't. I'm saying
it's
like
not cool.
if back in the day.
Yeah, but you're saying like at some period of time, like in the 70s, I would have but it would have been able to get away with it.
Yeah, up to about 1971.
Well, Ed, we're joking.
Oh, I know. That's whatever. I'm just trying to put in like.
We're joking in the sense that like if saying unprovoked, that's the. But if a woman is asking for it,
when was the last time you thought about smacking a girl around? Not saying you do it. Yeah, you just kind of think it.
No, I don't. Well, when I think about it, I mean, there's times I'd love to just crush her skull. I can envision that sometimes, but just in general, like I don't go that route. not because of some.
Well, I like how we were just talking playfully about a smack in like 1971.
We're joking around.
She would have healed by 72, right? And you're sitting here talking about crushing a girl's skull.
Well, you're talking about when do you want to hit her? It's like, all right, when she's like seriously pissing me the fuck off. But
I'll give you an example of what I'm talking about.
We're not crushing a skull
Ed,
here.
I'll give you an example of what I'm talking about. What I meant. Billy's got a bit in his act where he says, it's not like I want to hit a woman, or I think I should be allowed to hit a woman, but you have to at least respect the fact that I could hit you. I agree with that. I've met girls...
No, but you got to put that in the proper context. No. I'm talking about how respect the fact that I would never hit you, but then I had a girl who actually was hitting me. And they come at you, they don't even have the decency to maybe, put their left up so they don't get hit with a hook, because they know you're not going to hit them. So it's like, I'm not going to hit you, so now you're coming at me like you're some sort of
talking about.
Fucking superhero.
That's bullshit. But the fact that women do that, so we're joking around about it in the other way, whatever. It's funny. But I had chicks probably the last time was this maybe in high school. Where a girl was like, I'm gonna kick you in the fucking balls, and like she was serious, and I was like,
oh, that would have been hilarious.
I go, do it. I go, if you do it, I'm gonna lay you the fuck out. I'm not even kidding. I was
but
like,
once again, you're probably bluffing, just like you're singing.
But I was like, but like with something like that, it's like,
Joe, you need a nickname. Joe's got.
If you kick me in the nuts, it's fair fucking game at that point. I mean, come on.
Shit talking Joe DeRosa.
Shit talking Joe.
You don't hit me, I don't hit you.
Let me tell you something, sweetie. You do that, I'm gonna lay you out. Joe, you wouldn't have done that. Yeah, I know, but I just figured I'd say that.
What about gay guys? Do they hit each other?
Yeah, what's the deal with that? I mean, there's the female. I don't think I've ever seen two gay guys going at it. They seem to get along tremendously. The ones I've seen, they're all over each other.
They're having fun. It's a gay old time.
They just sort of fucking walking hand in hand down the street. Joe, I'm sure you noticed that.
In the new neighborhood?
In the new neighborhood. Not to give away where the hell you're living, but shit.
Yes. But, it's cool. It's you feel safe, dude. I'll tell you that.
Oh, dude, gay guys moving in your neighborhood is great. Property value goes up.
You never
all
feel
of a sudden, there's all these great new restaurants.
Yeah.
It's when those goddamn Russians come in. But he's all fucking hairy and itchy. Oh, here's a guy. Wife hit me. Here's a guy talking about, what do we got here? Mike in California. You're on Uninformed.
Hey, Bill. Fucking love you, man.
Oh, thank you.
Joe, you suck. Yeah. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Anyway,
I got you.
The only time I hit a woman, it was my lovely ex-wife about 20 years ago.
All right, let's do the math. 1977. You're a little outside the bubble.
I'm sorry, man, but it seemed appropriate at the time. And we were standing toe to toe. I pissed her off. She grabbed the nearest thing that was near her. It was an iron skillet that had some greasy smegma of like ivory dish soap and sausage and eggs left over, and she just flung it right in my face.
So it was after breakfast?
Actually it was a late night snack now. And while I just had a reflex, I just reached out and just straight armed her right in the mouth, and the next thing I know, I'm in shock with the blood, out of this ripped knuckle. She's down on the kitchen floor scrambling around for her front tooth that's fell out on the floor. And I'm not even thinking. I'm just looking at my hand going, what the fuck did I just do? And she went out the door, comes back an hour later, and she's going, fuck, I went to the emergency room. The emergency room dentist puts me under. I wake up, the guy's got his hands all over my tits underneath my sweater. Jeez. And then I go to the sheriff on duty.
I'm not buying it now. And then what happened? Then he takes his cock out and he starts jerking off on the police car.
Well, the thing about it was that she comes home, she's telling me the story, and I'm laughing my fucking ass off. I'm not sure if I believe her, but I thought it was great. I'm just visualizing this poor girl. I just knocked her tooth out.
Joe, you brought up like 12 different topics.
And the guy...
Okay, Jesus Christ.
And the guy, and
then this happened. It sounded like a 5-year-old.
Yeah.
And then there was a guy who lived and he threw the ball. Really? Yeah. But he was standing in diapers, like, babies that just sort of rock back and forth under the foot. He's probably standing there with the phone. All right, yes.
Look, just for the record, we're not saying that you should hit women. Of course not. That's not what we're saying. We're saying that there was a time period when you could.
I don't know. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people calling in. We brought up the whole thing about the women.
But it's not
when women hit. Yeah, obviously it's not okay to hit women. Of course, we were fucking joking.
But I do agree. I do agree with the concept. Look, if you hit me, excuse me, if you hit me,
I know,
you get hit back. I don't think that that's a ridiculous thing. If you punch somebody, you deserve to get punched back.
Joe DeRosa on Uninformed, everybody. Hey, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to do the final 15 minutes. We're going to hype the drum battle coming up. We'll continue to talk about this topic because we got a lot of guys on the phone who evidently got hit by their woman, and they want to vent about it. So keep here for the final 15 minutes. XM.
Uninformed with Bill Burr and Joe DeRosa.
Christ, Joe. Hey, you listen to Uninformed. This is some music that Joe thinks you should be informed about. What the
It's Frank Zappa, Shake Your Booty. That's a great tune. You didn't like that?
Wow.
I like
Did you
it.
just sit around like Indian style with two of your other nerdy friends and just snicker as that music was on?
Basically. I can't deny that.
All right. Well, you listen to Uninformed. We're going to be wrapping up here soon. Joe, you got what are the gigs you want to hype? You got anything coming up other than a stand-up New York spot in about 15 minutes?
Yeah. Well, I got Trop Fest tomorrow, which is down on VC Street in the Financial Center. 200 VC Street is the World Financial Center, and there's this big patio out back. And
what time of the day?
7:30 p.m. About 10,000 people. 7 to 10,000 people are going to be there.
Jesus Christ!
Cool
you don't even need to hype it.
Yeah, it should be cool. But yeah, more importantly, things I need to hype. I'll be headlining Chilkoot Charlie's in Anchorage, Alaska, starting this Tuesday.
All those ice road
through
truckers.
Saturday. Yeah, those guys can come out. And
yeah, definitely go see Joe. He is hilarious. I give him a lot of shit on this show, but it's more for his. Hey, he talks a lot of shit.
We'll have fun.
I probably come off like a cunt, but I'm just saying, I'm gonna be at the Stress Factory next week, the 27th through the 29th in New Brunswick, New Jersey.
Why are you going back? Oh, you got shit to do. You should have just stayed, man.
I know. I'm gonna fly all the way back to LA.
Oh God, I'm sorry.
I got meetings. Well, you know what? That's why I splurged for a first class ticket.
How about that?
I did. You know what's funny about first class too is it's not even like that much better than. I mean, you know what? First class is they basically. They treat you like a human being, as opposed to, you actually have two armrests.
Yeah, they give you food and shit.
Yeah, if you need water,
Dude,
they give it to you.
How great is this with my miles? I got first class direct back from Anchorage. We have to stop in Seattle for 45 minutes to fuel up.
That's not first class. That's not first class, dude. If you have connecting flight.
It's not a connecting flight. You can't fly directly. It's too far. We have to stop in Seattle.
You think if Seinfeld has a gig in Alaska, he stops in Seattle, Joe?
I have a first-class ticket, direct flight. Would you stop, please? Christ almighty.
It's just fun, Joe. I'm just fucking around. You got a first-class ticket there, kiddo. Good for you. You ever flown first class before?
Yes, I have, Bill.
Isn't it great? I'm not being a dick. I'm just saying it's great. I was, it's funny. I'm such an asshole to you. You thought I was leading into something. You're like, yes, I have, Bill. I'm not a fucking loser. No, I'm just saying, like, the first time you fly up there, it's great.
No, it's fucking
right?
Awesome.
It's great. I flew one airline. They actually gave me a sundae in the end of it. Like, do you want a sundae? And in the end, I'm thinking, like, no. Why?
You'll take it.
Yes, because you're up there. You want everything. Hot towel, everything that they give you.
You'll take it. You'll take it. What do you got after Stress Factory?
I'm going to buy some cough drops for you.
This fucking thing sucks, man.
Well, you got to eat some organic food.
Yeah.
Yeah. Inhale right on the mic, Joe. Let people know exactly how much snot is in you.
What do you want me to do, dude? I'm trying my best here. I'm trying.
Didn't you see that Chocolate Rain video where he turns to the side?
Chocolate Rain.
See, now why didn't you sing that? That sounded good. Maybe you're right. After that, in October, I have the DC Improv coming up, and I'm also at the Improv in Kansas City.
Very good.
Those are the big things. And the next time we come on, we're going to have the drum battle. October 27th is the next one.
Yes. Actually, too, that weekend of the next episode, October 22nd, on the Thursday, Friday, and Sunday, I'll be at Caroline's with Jeff Garland from Curb Your Enthusiasm. So
all right, you want to hear some more uplifting phone calls about hitting women before we get out of here? Hey, Mike, you're on Uninformed.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, man.
Y'all talk about whipping your wives?
Talking about what?
Whipping your wives.
Whipping your wives. Okay, what about it?
Whooping.
Oh, I've had thrown a dresser drawer at my wife before.
Through a dresser drawer? Was the dresser...
I have.
So
I I'm a truck driver.
Okay.
I come home. My kids told me another guy had been staying at the house while I was gone. I come back after a month on the road and find out what's going on. And I was packing to move, and she started running her trap. And I pulled the drawer out, get my clothes, and she kept on running, so I threw the damn drawer at her.
No, this is one of those guys, if he was on a reality show, they'd have to be like he was speaking another language. They'd have to have like those subtext. Something about her not shutting her trap.
After 3 sentences, the question marks come up. That's
well, anybody who's listening, we weren't actually advocating hitting women. We were just joking about it.
We were just saying that there was a time...
Well, like, there was a time where people actually hit women and it wasn't considered bad, so we were jokingly saying, what's the last year you think you could hit a woman? Obviously being ridiculous.
Yes.
And now we're actually getting...
But we were
a lot
also
of people
saying...
who hit women who listen to this show.
We were also saying... At the time when you could hit women, they didn't deserve it, and now you can't hit women, but women will do things where they should get hit. Because if you were a guy and you did that shit, you'd get hit.
Absolutely.
You get fucking hit.
Oh, absolutely.
But you shouldn't hit, nobody's saying you should beat on a woman. Jesus. That's it. We're finished. We're getting thrown off.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be...
Gloria Steinem's going to fight. We'll be in the post on Monday.
And the funny thing is, they don't even need to edit it. They can just grab a nice 10-minute chunk of this. Can't even say it was taken out of context. No, it wasn't.
That'll be the article too. Gloria Steinem threw a radio show she didn't even know who they were off the fucking air. Who were they? I don't know. They just,
That's the thing, Joe. We're not making anybody any money, so they're not going to bother trying to take us down. Really, Joe? That's like, like they're going to go, all these big guys and then us. That's kind of like after 9/11. When people are like, I don't even feel safe in my apartment. It's like, yeah, the Pentagon, the World Trade, and 516 West 48th Street, you fucking moron.
All right, dude, I gotta
all right, Joe DeRosa's got to take off. If for some reason you're on the Upper West Side, you can catch Joe on stage in about 15 minutes over there. Joe DeRosa's going to be... Danny, you just set this down here. Come on, co-host the show with me. You think I can be on for another minute and 31 seconds all by myself?
I've been waiting for this day.
Is that one?
Yeah, put it right over there.
Welcome.
All right.
You're listening to the Danny and Bill Burr Show.
That's right. Joe DeRosa hasn't been fired. He's just... you know where he's really going? He's probably going to go to a rehearsal studio and start practicing up on his drumming.
He's going to some hotel bar to pick up some of them cougars.
I know. Jesus Christ, it was disgusting.
What the fuck is this?
I know.
This is the worst shit I've ever heard.
It's the worst.
Dude, I never listened to Frank Zappa. This is my first experience in Frank Zappa, and probably my last. I will never.
Joe's one of those guys where if it's popular, he doesn't like it. So then he just has to go be so obscure.
I mean, I'm not a huge fan of the popular music these days, but I mean, I'm not listening to this shit.
I think he's one of those guys like, well, you never heard of fucking... he's like a hipster. Joe's he's a closet hipster.
I don't think he's a closet. I think it's kind of apparent.
This is great. I get to trash him when he's not even here anymore.
Can't fight back. Fuck him.
All right. Well, this is the final 30 seconds. Hey, as always, man, I want to thank all you guys for calling in and listening to the show. We're going to be back again on October 27th.
For the big drum battle.
We're going to make complete asses out of ourselves.
And Joe's CD, and we're going to make him sing.
Joe's CD, and another guest who I swear to God, we really need to apologize for that interview. That was fucking... I think, you know what? The lady thought that we were really going to come at her. What do we got, 10 seconds left?
Yeah.
So you can't even look at me and try to have a conversation? All right. That was Uninformed. Bill Burr, Joe DeRosa. We will see you again October 27th. Thank you.
This concludes Saturday Night Virus.